Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the first dev stream of the year. I am LiquidOtacon, and of course, I'm joined by ETPC. And
Hello.
Brandon's here now as well as
Oh,
Crispy, one
one
of our
second.
programmers. Go
I'll
ahead
get
and
them in.
perfect. Yeah. Lots of exciting stuff has happened. We had the release on the 21st. And that went wonderfully. We've had over 20,000 downloads. We placed fifth in Player's Choice for released top mods of the year, and that was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh,
Definitely
yeah.
really exciting stuff. Yeah, and the reception has been relatively positive. We've gotten a lot of feedback from the community, and we have been trying to organize that as constructively as possible, and we are going to be making some changes to the first chapter and get started on the rest of the game, really. And everybody over Mightyfoot is pretty eager to get started on the rest of it. So the first things we're going to kind of go over today, I want to show off the new Duke model. We're going to have some promo shots and stuff like that come out here eventually, but I know that's something that's been a subject. So yeah, we want to show that off and show you guys what the hard work that 50% Joe and T Monster did to improve the model, and then we will probably start working into some level stuff from there. What we're going to be trying to work on is making the Penthouse Map, which essentially will be a combination of all of the Penthouse levels, so Penthouse A through Study. But yeah, let's go ahead and just check out the new Duke first.
See that beautiful boy. Yeah, the Harrison Ford test map. We're actually looked a lot of that in our first big meeting of the year, and
Yep.
we're definitely thinking more in that direction.
Yep.
Or at least we're trying to experiment in that direction, see how it works.
I'm just getting stuck.
So we'll go to why I'm so great, I guess, just to kind of show it. There's some good mirrors here.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
So, based off of a lot of the community feedback and a lot of the other feedback we've gotten, we tweaked both Duke's kind of tone as well as his face quite a bit. This room, oh, there we go. That's a little better lighting for him. Kind of shows off the new skin tone.
Yeah, I'm in
And,
that spotlight.
yeah. A lot of
I'm not seeing
iterations.
anything.
What's that?
Where is everything being shown? I'm not
Through
seeing
Twitch.
anything.
We're on Twitch. I'll
Oh, my
let you
bad.
know
My
when I-
bad.
Yep,
Yeah.
no worries.
No, I should have realized it.
No worries.
So a number of adjustments have been made, not just to his texture, but some of his mesh as well has been tweaked. They tried to smooth out the build from his arms to his neck and stuff like that, as well as some tweaks to his lips and just general all-around texture changes. One of the other things that we ended up doing here is so the initial texture that went out with the first slice is actually like a 248 by, or 2048 by 2048 texture, which means it's super high resolution compared to like everything else in the game, which I think is why Duke had so much detail, if you will. Yeah, we reduced the texture down to 512 by 512, along with making those other adjustments to kind of get us to where we are here. And honestly, I'm really happy. I think Duke will probably be one of those things that we continue to change. But I think this iteration of it is definitely a great step in the right direction. Let's see if we can get to.
Yeah, nothing is
Penthouse A,
necessarily set in
Penthouse
stone,
B.
but this is a huge step up.
For sure.
Truly. Like compared to where we looked at when we first announced the new Duke model, like it's just night and day.
get to Penthouse A where it has some better lighting.
Yeah, we'll probably be tweaking Duke until, you know, the day before we release the final version.
You know, it's just always going to be one of those things that we want to make sure we get right, and it's, you know.
Yeah. Well, especially because like that's the first thing you see like until we get the stadium in. It's like you want to make that first good impression. The Quake 2 era assets leak. Would you guys add the Duke model to player model like for multiplayer?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We'd love to order to put that greasy kung fu action figure
Yeah.
motherfucker in.
We would definitely be looking into try to put Bombshell in as well if we can. Which is kind of funny because it would be before our Bombshell, but that's okay.
Yep. Or be Bombshell's sister or mom or something.
Bombshell, yeah.
Momshell, yeah.
Do the great skip. I don't know how to do the great skip. I only know how to do the skip. And even then, I'm going to fuck it up like a couple times.
Yeah, we should mention, we have, like, in our Discord right now, a very active speedrunning community who's, like, doing incredible stuff.
And absolutely, dude, they've been... It is crazy. I have had to refresh the Speedruns page, like, at least a couple times a day to make sure I can go through the entries that people submit and stuff. It's been fun. You know, there's, like, 4 or 5 of us really active doing it right now, but I'm sure as more people see it, and I'm going to definitely show off some speedruns later on in the stream here. But yeah. It's been awesome. It's been very exciting to watch you guys break the hell out of this.
Absolutely. Hey, Marianne.
So here's some better lighting for the new Duke here, and you can kind of see a little more of the detail in like his arms and stuff like that. I think we've really hit a really good balance. Yeah, sure. I think we've hit a really good balance of... Oh yeah, as you can see now, I also fixed it so the Duke pistol is gold again in his hands in the third-person model. I think we've hit a really good balance of being the, like, you know, kind of like crazy extra macho character, like extra larger-than-life character that Duke is, while also still grounding him in some reality as far as his, like, model and facial structure goes.
Yeah. And also, like, aging him in a semi-realistic way, because, like, time has passed, right? Like,
right.
You want to be, like, fresh-faced, like, you know, the 2011 Duke, which looked very young.
Definitely really happy with where we're at with this.
For sure. Yeah, 3 years since Duke 3D. That's how we have it set up.
Sorry. Right, only 4 years passed, right? But yeah. Okay, so I guess before.
That's me.
I don't know if my one overlay will show up. Let's see. I guess I'll do one before we really get into some editor work here. Let's see. Is it gonna pop up?
Pretty sure the way he's holding that rocket launcher blow a hole through his shoulder. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you look at modern games, people are shooting rocket launchers at a helicopter. So, like, in reality, like, if you shot a rocket launcher at a helicopter, you just kill everyone in the helicopter with a backblast, right?
Yeah.
We operate our rule of cool here. Although the animations are by no means final. And we'll actually talk about that later on. In terms of staffing.
There we go. Now you guys can see this.
Oh, there it is.
Let's not put it over there. Although I noticed it looks like... Oh, the voice chat isn't working because we're not in the channel it's used to. That's okay, I guess.
Okay, yeah. And I'll also keep my eye open on the audience, see if there's any questions or anything. I haven't seen anything yet.
How much emphasis on multiplayer? So, I'm glad you asked. So, one of the very first things in the new year here we have been painstakingly working on is a multiplayer patch. I wouldn't say painstakingly working on. We've honestly been having a lot of fun with it, and it's been pretty casual. But we're working on a multiplayer patch right now. It's going to have things like proper map rotation for multiplayer servers, some extra game modes like Team Deathmatch, and maybe some other ones if we can get them in there. It's also going to have things like new mutators that some of the dev team are working on. Things like an insta-gib mode for snipers. Things like, maybe like a chainsaw only mode, and some other fun stuff. I don't want to give it all away. We've also been working on some new maps, some of which are just going to be duked up Unreal Tournament maps, some of which are going to be original maps made by the team, which is exciting stuff. We've got a big performance increase, which you can't really necessarily tell from here, but I think once you folks get your hands on it, you'll definitely be able to tell. There's been a performance patch across the board. The game runs much smoother now, especially in like OpenGL. OpenGL almost works like perfect. There's still some things about it that are missing from the DirectX versions, and so we're still working on that. But as far as like actual frame rate goes and like stability goes, hey, that wasn't too bad. It's looking really good.
Yeah, especially what do you think like ballpark performance difference is in somewhere like say the pool area? Because I know a lot of people have a lot of issues, and they shot Lady Luck.
Well, so I didn't actually test in the pool area, oddly enough. Okay. What I tested was Las Vegas Boulevard, because Las Vegas Boulevard was honestly bad. It was like
3 FPS kind of territory.
Yeah. And so, in checking that out on OpenGL, the frame rate went from like 14 to 20 FPS against the fence, which is where all the lighting is going on, like the heavy lights are going on, and the fire effects across the street, and the water effects and stuff like that. With that, I'm looking at 60 FPS on my rig, from like 20. So that's the kind of increase we're looking at. But again, I have a very modern computer. My computer was made in 2020, or to be 2022. And so, yeah, results are still going to vary to some degree. But that being said, like preliminary testing with the devs proves that it's been very good so far.
Yeah.
I need access to
Ronnie Salami asks, any lag comp for multiplayer?
I don't know about that. We don't have any real people who are like specifically coders for that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
totally.
What kind of like stuff we're going to be able to take care of in there? We're going to have to like, look to the way other games did it most likely. So, will that kind of stuff be thought about? Yeah, it's thought about, but I don't know what exactly is going to be going on with it just yet. I don't know exactly what you can expect from that. Probably nothing in this multiplayer update, to be honest with you. No. Leave me be. No.
Proposal 2, Zero Ping patch, and Deus Ex multiplayer CDX project would be good references. Okay.
Ah, damn. Well, that's the end of that run. I only said one, too. Something else that's I just remembered that I want to make sure I show off too. Something that's pretty fun about the new Duke model, and it'll be replicated in the first-person kick model, the first-person boot model as well soon. But Duke has some new kicks. Whoops.
Whoa!
Try to be brief about that. Sorry, folks. Oh yeah, I meant to do that for sure. I meant to jump onto the sink and kill myself. So yeah, if you look at Duke's boots, he's actually got some new kicks.
New boot goofing.
Let's see if I can. There we go. So yeah, he's got some new. They're the kind of cross between like wrestling boots and like biker boots. That was the inspiration for them.
Very nice. Historic Hair asks, can you speak on how much the first sites will differ from the full release in terms of speed running and level composition? As
Completely,
we should.
because we're planning on combining the entire first of the we're planning on combining the entire penthouse, which is naturally going to change some things about it. So, as far as like speedrunning and stuff like that goes, everything is going to change. But you guys aren't going to get that kind of content for some time. So, the speedrunning community, as it is right now, is going to be pretty consistent for some time.
Yeah, we plan on just making small updates over the year until we get to a point where we have a bigger content release, which is to be announced. I mean, we just got started for the new year.
Yep,
But
yeah,
we got plans.
So some of the other exciting stuff. So not only were there performance upgrades made to the game itself, which are really nice, but we also have some awesome. Let me close this too. Editor updates that I'm excited to show off. So the biggest thing, I can't close my performance overlay, so I'm sorry about that. It just won't close.
Historic says, I guess more specifically, are you guys going to keep certain out of logic skips open, or so the game plan to tighten up invisible walls past what we played so far?
No, so some of the things that the speedrunners have found is intentional. Things
Yeah.
like being able to run across all of the rooftops and stuff like that. That is something that we purposely did to encourage like exploration around the map and stuff like that. So some of the things may get like patched. Like there's something we're in debate about right now. I kind of don't think we're going to remove it, but there's a skip for that elevator where you can skip straight into the secret level. But the secret level is going to change honestly for the end game anyway. Like by the time you guys get episode 1, that won't be the secret level, and the secret level will be moved. So
Yep.
like it's not even really. Yeah, it's hard to say too. You know what I mean? Because honestly, you guys like episode 1 isn't going to be like. I won't even speculate how long it's going to take us or like when you'll have it. You know what I mean? So the speedrunning community, as it is right now, will likely stay as it is for until that comes out.
The original plan wasn't secret level or real level. Yes, Hollywood
Yeah.
Holocaust is used for story purposes later on in the game.
Yep.
Holocaust also asks, is the Duke jingle when opening the editor new? That's been in there for
Some time.
a long time.
Yeah.
But that is our edition, right?
Yeah. Well, so it's our edition, but no. So the actual jingle itself was already in the game files, but it was disabled. Like using the jingle was disabled within the code, and we just re-enabled it. So the exciting new things about the editor. Let's pull up our big man himself here. Previews have been fixed. So you can now see all the animations that you have set for the different NPCs here. We can even go to like Jay, who has some custom animations we did. Actually, he's under Anchorman. And then if I go to like H for hand wave and press play, you can see he kind of waves his hand there. So we have animations working again in the editor. That's awesome. Along with that, if I open up the first level here, SMKs now play inside of the editor. So when you're placing them and trying to add them to the levels, you can actually do so with precision again. These are two things that worked in the leak, but didn't work in our version due to something that has been patched. Getting into the specifics of it is just kind of boring. So, but yeah, so we have those two things fixed again as well, which is awesome. It's going to make working in the editor again just that much nicer. To make things even better, as you can see here, the dynamic light system with an OpenGL has been fixed. So no more will you get any oil paintings on your walls. Everything is nice and clean and sharp. There are no more issues there. The other big thing is that wireframe mode has been corrected within OpenGL as well. So you can see now that these are actually much similar or much closer in color to the original DirectX 8 colors, which is helpful because now you can actually see when you're selecting things like movers and stuff like that. Definitely very awesome stuff, very useful stuff for those of us who've been working in the editor. Yeah, so just honestly, it's just really cool. It's just very exciting personally. Like as somebody who will work in this for like 20 hours a week, it's just nice to have these good quality of life things, and I'm really excited to get those back out to the community as well. Um, the other big thing about OpenGL is that the particle system has been finished being implemented. I think the lasers and like things like the different changes for vision modes like zoom and night vision and stuff like that is unfortunately still broken, but things like fire and smoke and water and things like that will actually spawn in the world now. So that's awesome. Just some great more progress and that kind of stuff. We have some other big plans to kind of improve things as far as the way all of that communicates as well. That should hopefully improve some frame stability and performance as well. But we'll talk really more of that on later once we have more of it implemented and we're ready to show off more of it. But
these tweaks are just going to make the editor just so much nicer.
Yeah.
We had someone in No Mike say what I miss. We mostly were talking about the speedrunning community. We're talking about the new Duke model, the performance improvements, and now the editor improvements.
Oh yeah. Yep. So yeah, these are things that things like these these immediate performance improvements here that I'm showing off. Things like the new OpenGL driver, the working SMKs, the working animations, the improved frame rate, and in the game itself. All of these things will be bundled with the multiplayer update. So, once that drops, most likely sometime next month, all that will be available.
And we also have some people working on fixing up the maps, right?
Yes, we also have a lot of work being done on some of the multiplayer maps. Right now, we have at least 5 maps that were available, but some of them were broken or there were things about them that were kind of off that we're working on. That's all we have confirmed right now. There will most likely be more later on, and these are kind of a mixed bag. I'll show you the one I've been working on, though. I'll show you like there's only one of you. There's a lot of you, but yeah, I'll show you guys here the map I've been working on. We showed it. We played it during the development stream, or not the development stream. We played it during the multiplayer session over the weekend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're planning on having more multiplayer sessions with the community as things kind of become more online and things like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that. We had a really good time over the weekend, and so it kind of felt only natural that we should kind of continue that momentum. And in speaking with one of the folks in the community, Star Newcomb, he does stuff for 2011. And he is very eager he would like to try to set up like a mock tournament with people after the multiplayer session on next Sunday, and
Very
we'll kind of
cool.
do like maybe like a 4 to 6 person 1v1 sessions. And then kind of do that as a test bed for maybe future tournaments. I think once we get the multiplayer patch out and get people access to that kind of stuff, multiplayer was definitely going to kick up a little more because we don't have to, bring a server down to change password, to change
Yeah.
maps or any of that anymore. So,
It's going to make things just a lot more stable, a lot more fun.
yep.
Yeah, the multiplayer, like, even though we're talking about, there's things that need to be fixed, the multiplayer in the first slice is very much playable.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's janky, but it's fun.
yeah. It's a lot of fun. Pull these files into mine. Now I should be able to edit this map.
Hey, Juliet, we're feeling really good. We got a lot of cool stuff showing off, and lots of small improvements and big improvements, and all kinds of cool stuff in the works.
I grabbed the wrong map.
Just checking to see if we have any questions in the stage. No one has their hands up yet. If you're in the audience, yeah, if you're in the audience in Discord and you have a question, just raise your hand. I'll bring you on stage.
Hey, Crispy. Can you send me a copy of Stalwart 51? Something happened. It didn't get pushed to the multiplayer branch somehow. And, yeah. You played multiplayer with us, I'm pretty sure. I think you played, hopefully you played on that map with us. If you could just DM it to me. Something bad has happened.
Repositories, people. Sometimes they don't have what you're looking for. Where does the maps get saved on downloads?
It should just go into maps.
Okay.
I would think.
Is there any reason to make that go in a subdirectory specifically for downloaded maps, or does that matter to anybody? No.
Maybe it could be useful. I don't know.
Just
I
to
think storing it
differentiate.
with
I
the
don't know.
rest of the maps makes sense.
Yeah, and that's what every other game did at the time, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
just overthinking it.
Death Angel, yeah, we just had a file go to the wrong place trying to recover it because we got a really cool map in production we want to show you all. Very, very cool stuff.
I need a hotkey to kill my mic for the stream. Because even if I kill it for Discord, you all hear it on stream, so I'm sorry about that.
All good.
Oh, he's got his mic muted. In the maps directory. Okay, so for now, I'll show that off. Crispy doesn't have the map. Damn.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, that's fine. I know somebody does. We played with a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
So I will be able to get it. It's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trying to integrate all of these maps together. I think Penthouse B, or Moving Up, is the one that has the most fleshed out exterior and interior. So what we're going to do here... So, like I said earlier, the idea here No, you're not late, Rainbow. We're still
Yeah.
going. Hey, Rainbow. Oh, you're not actually in here. Never mind.
Oh, he's a no mic. I'm sure. I think he can hear us.
I don't think so. He's not in the.
The audience. Oh no, he's not.
Yeah.
Rainbow. Give. Is it Stalwart XL?
Yeah. No, it's Stalwart 51.
51. Okay. Sorry about this, folks.
Yeah, no. Um. So let's see. I want to figure out. It's fine. We'll explain it. We'll see. Hobson. It's the living room. Okay. Okay. So. Just
If it's spoilers, no biggie. But you're planning on having the weird flashback teleporter in your new penthouse. Are you talking about the holodeck from Harrison Ford?
That'd be cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, we're contractually obligated to reference Star Trek and Duke Nukem. I think that is something that we simply must do if we're going to honor the series because, let's be honest, Theater Realms are a bunch of Trekkies. They're all a bunch of nerds.
Okay, so I removed it from there.
I mean,
now.
Broussard put out a DOS next generation like quiz game before working at Apogee.
Huh.
I remember playing that.
Yeah. It's
There's an original series one and a next generation one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that worked. So we're gonna save this as.
Question is, which one do we reference? We reference like DS9. We're going to do Voyager, Enterprise. Let's have Duke sing "Faith in the Heart" or whatever that song is called. I've got faith in the heart. Yeah, put Quark's bar in. Yeah. The really ready room. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think this is gonna carry over some of the details. Like, is this in the right group? No. Okay, so it's not gonna carry over some of the details, but that's okay. No, I've just gotta place it properly. Ooh, it's really close.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Hollywood Holocaust in the first slice, as Newton Nukebird mentioned earlier, judging by the '98 doc, that was going to be like the moment where Duke gets cloned or whatever, because like he gets knocked out by something. So it's been in there for a long, long time.
Hmm. That's really cool. Honestly, that it's included in the 98 doc.
I do wonder if like we'll see Quake 2 assets of E1 L1 in that asset disk if it drops. Sorry, when it drops, whenever that
Yeah.
will be.
Oh, come on. Shit.
Yeah, when Negadugo is going to be giant. Yeah, he's going to be like.
You guys, I gotta duck out for a bit. I gotta drop my car off at the shop. I'll be back in a bit.
Sounds good,
No
bud.
worries, take it easy, Brandon.
Okay, there we go.
Got spikes and a mullet. Did Negaduke have a mullet at one point?
He definitely looks like a character that could have a mullet, but I don't think so.
Yeah, he looks more like new metal-y. He looks like, he'd have like a Red Durst style haircut. I'm just saying, Negaduke looks like he's down with the G-Shock. Hey, Lieutenant Havoc. Is Negaduke stage name Limp Nukem?
Limp Nukem. Okay, I think that's where it's supposed to be.
Hey fellas, hey ladies, and all the people who don't give a fuck. Rainbow says, actually on my PC this time, dropping in.
Awesome. Okay, I think this is all right. This is interesting that... Oh, wait, that makes sense still. Okay, cool. Let's see if it plays.
Mayhem from the PSP version.
Whoops. It's a little far over, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it needs to be over like that. Oh, hang on, I can align. Oh, it does seem like I had it right then.
Yeah, the dick kicking meme it's hard to read without bursting out laughing. Historic Hair asks, is the game kind of going to go Emperor Talk Show, Combined Penthouse, Hotel Floors, Casino, Streets, Sewer, Hotels across the street, the Booby Bar, Stratosphere, Hoover Dam, all to West Town, Area 51 and the Moon? We'll see. I mean, we're probably going to hit similar beats, but we're probably going to do them in different ways. I mean, especially when you get like further into the game, like there's such little stuff that's built in that we can really start going wild with, like, you know, the whole canvas, right? How you guys doing? We're doing really good. We're starting the new year with a lot of energy and a lot of cool stuff happening. We were a lot of us supposed to be on break, but instead of going on break, we just kind of kept working,
Yeah.
which, you know, it is what it is. Keyboard says there are rain effects shown by Meowth on roof and the plantation that will look beautiful for your project. I'm pretty sure we're going to be using similar rain effects as when we get there.
Yeah.
That's all like stuff that was already in the game.
Well, so Meowth did change some of the rain effects. They pulled the rain effects from, I think, Stratosphere, and they
Okay.
ported it over.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that stuff we can definitely like change. I mean nothing is final. Like, I mean we're literally talking about like merging all these maps together, so we're gonna have to do some work to them still.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I wonder what's up with this. Because that's where it's supposed to be, right there, 100%. Like, looking at everything, it lines right up. But this space is intersecting still.
Rich Bear says, "Keep it up, guys. I'll be honest, the first slice was enough for me to know what you guys have in store. I can wait for the entire thing. Thank you so much."
Thank you.
We worked really hard to make the first slice feel like a game in and of itself, with like, you know, a beginning, middle, and end. You know, with a big climactic fight, and I think we really pulled it off. I mean, yeah, I think that the team is very proud of that.
Well, I don't know if Kilthad is... He's not in here. Okay. I was
Yeah,
going to say, so
Phil's
the
talking
difference
about.
is, even though he's not here, just to explain to everybody else, so the difference is that there's like a dripping effect on some of the like banisters and stuff like that. That, I mean,
Yeah,
it does look really good, no doubt.
it looks really good.
Yeah.
And that's something we could probably relatively easily port over if we wanted to.
Yeah, it's something we can look at.
Yeah,
I do, of course, want to make sure that we're not just, I don't want to say ripping off of other people's work, but,
of course. Yeah,
we got to go our own way still, too, to some degree.
for sure, for sure.
Okay, maybe that's right. I wonder what's going on here. Uh,
Escalators in the pool map should replace the one in the Vegas Strip
I
map.
hear what you're
Why?
saying, but I would rather be able to. I would rather see if Fulsey can get them to work properly. I
Yeah,
know that the light flickering or like the texture flickering is like obtrusive, but it looks really good, and I'd rather keep it.
yeah.
The 98 design doc should be available online.
Hang on, I'm on it.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, posting it. No, Mike.
Okay,
There
so
you
it
go.
looks like I'm gonna have to like make a fake wall here or something like that. I wish I know why that happened.
Is there anything you guys personally want to see from any new Duke leaks? I mean, I'm really excited to see what that 98 asset disk has in store because, like, when I think asset disk, I think just like high quality screenshots and stuff, but like, they're taking shots of models that no magazine would ever use. So that makes me think that there's actual, like, genuine assets there that you can manipulate, which is very, very exciting. On an asset disk is something you give to like press at the day to like, hey, here's like the highest quality like screenshots and like concept art and stuff that you can put into magazines or websites at the time. So like for example, if you were a journalist and you went to like E3 to see a demo and afterwards they said, hey, here's the asset disk, use this for your write-ups. These are all the screenshots we have that are like pre-authored and everything. Lionel Cyborg says, I'd love to see the 2002 build DNF based on 2001 to see if it's any different. I also have a restoration project given to Duke 3D Reloaded. There is a team working on, what is it? They're working on porting Duke 3D Reloaded and, was it DNF 2011? Were they porting
They're
that to
working on
that?
porting it in. They're working on porting 2011. Hang on. They're working on
It's
porting Duke 3D
complicated.
into UE5 and 2011. They're going to be
Yeah,
using the reloaded assets for UE5, I believe.
yeah. Which, hey, power to them.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
sounds nifty.
that. If they pull it off, that sounds really cool. And yeah, the Rainbow says the daily struggle with the BSP monster continues. Yep, same as it always was.
Mm,
I mean, that's why like we're getting more like static mesh stuff, right? Because that's a way to bypass the BSP monster in a way, if my understanding is correct.
that will help it for sure.
Yeah. I really like full view of the proton walkers in regards to 98 assets, or the full model outright, or am I misremembering it's in the current game? No, the full model, like full Duke's full model, is in that asset disk. They posted a screenshot of it along with Bombshell with some weirdly MS painted sneakers. Like I guess there was a brand on them they didn't want to show off. Uh, any plans to implement max ego increases?
Huh. That could be cool.
Yeah. I know we plan on like again planning being the key word on having more opportunities to rescue people.
Yep.
Pretty sure he clarified that was a joke in a later post. What do you mean by he? Like Zor? Oh, it's a photoshopped on in regards to the sneakers. Okay, I see.
Oh yeah, the Michael
the
Jordans that got photoshopped onto
yeah,
her. Yeah, that's just a bit.
with the footloose guy.
Yeah. Okay. So
There is a
moving.
large BSP tear besides the top sign of the Vegas Strip map. Yeah, the Vegas Strip map is like heavily work in progress. Like that's
Yeah.
not a final map at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's all kinds of messed up stuff with that map.
For sure.
It is known. This isn't technically Duke related, but Core Designs canceled Tomb Raider Remake, Tomb Raider 10th Anniversary Edition for PSP, PC, and PS2, leaked New Year's Eve 2020 as a restoration project too. It was going to be the Black Mesa of Tomb Raider, with Crystal Dynamics and IDOS's shenanigans, ended up being the Dino 2001 of Tomb Raider. Unlike this project, however, the Trey one is nowhere near along the same playability or development progress due to lack of staff, since Core's version of the remake is very obscure. Yeah, I remember, so in a way, Tomb Raider is kind of related to Duke in a roundabout way because there's so much like weird like shipping of the two in the 90s. I don't know what that was all about, but it became a running joke among journalists that they were dating. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the Tomb Raider stuff is very, very interesting. I've been trying to keep my eye on that as much as possible because I'd love a way to like play old Tomb Raider in as nicest way as possible. But yeah, it sounds like that project's definitely stalled. Which is a shame because, yeah, the more people working on these kinds of projects, the better, I think. Duke related or not. So the ego still going up to 200 is cool, but yeah, if you save people and it holds at 110 or 115, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you save someone and then, like, you get like a small permanent health boost. Like, that'd be cool. Like, if there was like a
Yeah.
major character or something. Use proof of my negative stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that shot of Negaduke with you know what he looks like? He looks like Blade from Sin in that picture for some reason. I don't know why he looks like that to me. Like it looks like Blade who's a vampire. Are we gonna have Dylan in this game? Not in the way that you're thinking, and it's still like I don't know. It's
The
not in
short
the way you're
answer is
thinking.
no,
Yeah, short answer
but
is no.
we do have uh, a male EDF soldier that is a well, he's not even a counterpart to Duke.
Yeah,
No, there is
we're
no
working.
Dylan
Yeah,
character in
yeah,
this.
no. As always, I will request unlimited piss. There should be an armor system implemented like in 2003. What are you talking about, keyboard?
Oh no, he's still in here. How many people
I'll
have
check that
found
out.
this secret?
Fine. Oh yeah. The hidden Terminator. I don't know if the like.
Sorry.
Do we need the armor system in from 2003? I don't think we really need that. And also, like, I'm not sure how it's supposed to work. Is it just like your basic like FPS armor system, or was it like more like complicated? Like that, there's a lot of guesswork there. Do we even have evidence of an armor system in 2001?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Pissing on other players in multiplayer. Who knows? Who knows the future holds?
Add a new renderer and a blob monster from the stratosphere level. The blob monster from the stratosphere level, that could be interesting. As far as new renderers go, rendering work is being done, and that is what's giving to the performance increases.
Yeah.
I
Keyboard
haven't
says it would
actually
help.
tested the DirectX 8 and 9 performance upgrade yet, but there is a DirectX 8 and 9 performance upgrade as well.
Yeah. Tibor says the armor system will help Duke not to be a glass cannon. But I think that's kind of part of the gameplay. Is that like Duke puts out like a ton of damage, but can like easily get destroyed. I mean, we're still tweaking things. The AI as it is in the game is not like there is a known bug where the aggression is set way too high and like they respond way too fast. That is known. But like we're still tweaking that stuff. Yeah, we'll bring back the glide mode. This is going to be a glide only game from now on.
Heck yeah. Voodoo.
Gonna get a big 3D effects logo at the beginning, and then I'll just only run it 640 by 480.
Hey, I had a voodoo card that could go 1024 by 768.
Oh hell yeah!
What card was that? Was it a Banshee?
Voodoo 3 1000 is what it was.
Okay. I had
I stupidly sold it.
Oh no. I had in terms of voodoo cards, I had a Monster 3D in 98, I want to say. And then
I do
99.
have a Monster 3D Voodoo 1. I still have that.
Nice. And then I had a Creative Voodoo Banshee by the end of 99. And that card lasted me like 3 years. It was ridiculous. That was a really nice card.
Nice.
Will pinball be edited to include nudge controls and ego boost in 2011? It's harder to play, plus I think pool still no ego when you pot all the balls. That stuff all work in progress. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we got a lot of game to build first.
There's a lot to put our attention on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do so much at one time, but good ideas. Keep them
Yeah, I
coming.
did notice that there is a nudge system already built into it. We just have to figure out how it works and stuff.
Yeah. Hook it all up.
Mhm.
Is there anything in the leak that you're not keeping?
Not really.
Nothing that. Yeah.
Nothing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Not much, if anything. Yeah.
We're not against the idea of like if something just isn't fun of cutting it, but like we're trying not to. There's a number of scenes in the pool map. Where at? I've got if y'all mentioned it, but is the expander in the game?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No. I mean, hey, if anyone wants to make an expansion pack to our project when we're done, there's your first idea.
I don't think Expander is even in 2011, is it? I don't remember.
It's in the DLC.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it actually is pretty effective in the DLC.
I like the DLC quite a bit, actually.
I do too.
Better than the
I
original.
think it's a much better campaign.
I keep hearing that. I don't have it. So
If you see it like cheap on Steam and you're bored out of your mind, give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it's definitely an improvement.
Yeah,
I don't know, something about it. It was just a little more fun to me.
I think the writing was better. It was more the tone was more consistent. Like there's still some like fuck ups here and there, like whenever Dylan showed up. But for the most part, I thought it was like more charming, more funny. Had better combat encounters. Hey, Liquid, are you sure you're not a 3DR employee?
Nah, I'm too young to be a 3DR employee.
Yeah, there's still issues with the maps. Like they're not finalized by any means.
Yeah.
We'll iron stuff out.
Yep, for sure.
Keep the reports coming, screenshots, whatever reports.
Oh yeah. Yeah, post them.
We've probably seen a lot of them, but do it anyway.
Yeah. Post them in I guess you post them in first slice bug reports.
Yeah.
Probably the best place to put them.
I also need to enable.
Are there plans for other minigame ego boosts besides those we already have? We'll see how things go. Yeah, I mean, it depends how hard it is to make those, and like versus making just more like campaign content, right?
Yeah, a lot of the mini games are very complex.
Yeah,
very complex logic.
We'd like to probably like it'd be fun to make more, but it's just like we want to make a fun game more first and foremost.
Yeah.
The red hair for NPCs should be toned down.
Like, yeah, the red hair mesh is a little messed up.
George Broussard actually corresponded with me about it and said the Doctor Who Clone Me DLC would have been inserted in the middle of the game than the end of the game, which makes sense to the tentative layout for DNF 2001. Yeah, I mean, that does make sense because the Hoover Dam is like the second act of like the original DNF. Don't like where Proton ended up, but yeah, it's a much cleaner game. I admit one other thing that stuck in my mind of DNF 2011 is when you're climbing the ladder of crashing the truck, sirens going up, and see the big old wormhole in the sky. Yeah, that's a cool visual, although I feel like it's kind of ripped off from Half-Life 2 Episode 1, like that whole visual.
Sorry, what was?
There's a great visual when you crash the Mighty Foot into the Lake Mead and you're climbing up like little like places on Hoover Dam, and if you look in the
Hmm.
skybox, there's a huge like hole in the sky.
All right, episode. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because like
Because they're
that's
trying to
almost
open the portal.
exactly.
That
Yeah,
was totally ripped off of Half-Life. Absolutely. A
Yeah.
lot of games started doing that. Even Doom 2016 did that.
for sure. Oh, I love Sin episodes. No, don't ever disparage Sin episodes in my presence. I adore that. Night Dive. Please make more Sin, please. No, it totally was, Rainbow. You're totally right. I mean, it was trying to ride
That was like the
wave.
first of the. That was like the first of the non-Valve like episodic games.
Yeah,
right?
it's like
That were trying to copy that model.
that and the Telltale games. Because like Sam
Yeah.
and Max dropped on the same time, if I recall correctly.
2006 was Sam and Max. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there plans to make a female version of EDFs? Yes.
I think we actually showed them off.
Yeah.
We showed them off at one point.
I think they were in a mod DB update. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a pretty neat bowling minigame, one of the junk maps. One of the bowling games rather by the bowling bomb alley in Iron Maiden. The one in Heskel's Manor. Yeah, it'd be cool to get like that stuff hooked up. I mean, especially like when you get to Stratosphere when you have so much space to cover, we just throw like a bowling alley in there. That'd be fun. Can it, JC?
Something not quite right about this.
That guy's still alive, the guy who voices Blade. I hope he is. I mean, I guess he is because he was in the Phantom Fury trailer. I do wonder what they're going to do with that. I'm really excited for what their plans are with that. Are we going to have time travel shenanigans at all in the game?
So
I haven't heard of anything.
So in story, like in backstory, maybe, but
Mhm.
there won't be any actual time travel shenanigans. There are no actual plan. There are no actual travel shenanigans planned currently. Okay, so what is this? Nope. Nope, it's not a nun.
Yeah, the lady on Las Vegas Strip, that's just like a placeholder. Like the one who talks
Yeah,
about
that line came from Time to Kill, didn't it, or something?
Land of the Babes.
Or Land of the Babes.
Yeah. Good old Lenny Manella.
Man, what is this space called?
I mean, keyboard. I don't know if we could even do something like that with the way our renderer works. So that requires like that would require a brand new renderer. The
Could
way
do
that
something like
looks.
what?
They're posting shots in 2003 and saying that like, oh, there's glass blocks on the light veranda on Las Vegas Strip, like transparent ones.
Yeah, but also look
Looks
at
like
the
it's
fact that the light show above isn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel it. But I
It
mean,
looks like it's what do you call it? Refracting the light or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely not something the current renderer does at all.
yeah, I don't think so. The thing is that I don't know. We're sticking with what we have, probably.
Yeah.
Like maybe there'll be some improvements to some stuff, but
Well, I mean, we've already done quite a bit of
yeah,
improving to the maps
Oh,
as
yeah.
is, but we're just kind of embellishing. We're not.
We're not going to modify the aesthetic at all
yeah, that's not really
if we
something
can
we're
help
looking to
it.
do.
Yeah. That's not our call.
Like all that stuff for 2003 was because of that new dynamic lighting engine and the shadow casting and stuff. After they saw Doom 3,
Right.
they wanted to copy it. And we don't have any of that with this. And I think that's partially why the glass is even there.
Okay, so
That's my opinion.
No, I would co-sign that.
Because obviously, George wanting to get all the latest tech, you add stuff to show off that tech.
yep. And we don't really need to do that. We're just kind of working with what they were doing.
For sure.
As cool as some of that stuff was too. Okay, so there's gonna have to be some finagling of stuff to get it to fit properly, but that honestly makes sense.
Yep, for
So I
sure.
need to add some steps back.
Lonnie was not just a Duke writer, but she did the bad English dub text of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and the voice of Bubsy. John wasn't pleased when she thought his big voice was perfect, because trying to write it as a joke, and the impression didn't think it would be taken seriously. Yeah, like Lonnie and John were in so many like PS1, Dreamcast era games. Like it's so wild how like it was always both of them. It wasn't just one of them. Like they were this beautiful duo of voice talents that was like, yeah, it's funny how that worked out.
Yeah, she was like one of the few people in that field or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
right, at the time. So she kind of like had networks, everything.
For sure.
And
It's
then
like
he knew her, so she gave him all this work.
totally. And I think she only just recently stopped being the voice of Nancy Drew, because she was Nancy Drew for like the entire like up until 2020. Yeah. John
Silent,
Mulaney,
yeah, he was John St. John was in Blue Shift and Opposing Force. I don't know about Lanny though.
Lonnie might have been in
Maybe.
Decay.
Oh, probably.
She might have been. Let me double check that.
That would make sense. Yeah, Colette. Yeah.
There we go. And
I still haven't
she
played Decay.
recently actually was in a fan made project, which we should get Lonnie for something if we can. I bet she'd be into this project.
Maybe it'll
tell
get
ya.
John on our side too.
Exactly. And tell you, Momshell.
Momshell.
We get Lonnie to voice Momshell.
Momshell. John was like everybody in Opposing Force. He was two different drill instructors with two completely different voices, plus the soldiers.
Yeah.
And Dr. Rosenberg. Like, that guy's talent is insane.
You got a lot of Steve Blum-esque moments of John St. John talking to John St. John about John St. John. It was great. We're just joking about like using the Quake 2 version of Bombshell as if it was like our Bombshell's mom, because she's like wearing like mom jeans and stuff. We're just doing a bit. It's by no means planned. Not gonna lie, 2003 render could work. So
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm interrupting.
Oh, it's just someone was talking about the 2003 render, how it could work. The way how 3D Realms showed on those videos, those were clearly rushed for showcase purposes, right? But like, I don't think, and like Otacon, you can correct me at all. I don't think that aesthetic is what we want for this project. Like the dark, like stencil shadowed aesthetic of it all.
Well, that's why like they took so long, because once they made that render, they had to redesign, and not redesign the layouts, but redesign in terms of aesthetics, all the maps to take advantage of these lights, these new dynamic lights.
Yeah.
And we don't have that renderer, so we'd have to build it. I'm not personally interested in anything after 2003 anyway.
Yep. I mean, it'd be cool to have those builds and like ransack them for assets, other than just like,
until it gets leaked. Absolutely. What was I saying? About Momshell. If we get the 98 asset leak, and it includes, well, obviously the picture previewed Bombshell in it, and because we're putting tons of different Dukes and stuff anyway in multiplayer as different players you can play as, we should call that one Momshell.
For sure. It's now it's canonized.
That's hilarious.
We have multiple team members playing it. Is Civi going to do a first slice video? G-Man did one I saw recently. Has some good points. We did make the same mistake in the leak. He thought the slot machines couldn't be played.
Yeah, but G-Man was wrong about that. The slot machines can be played. He just didn't know how to play them.
Yeah. And regarding if Civi's going to do a video, who knows?
I don't know. I think Civi's going to wait.
Yeah.
He played it in his Patreon Discord, but
and it seemed like you liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
G-Man definitely had some good points in his video. And definitely some of the things that we had already, the community had already pointed out, and things that we were already planning on addressing. But as far as some other things, I don't know, everybody else needs to remember that sometimes YouTubers are YouTubers, and so even Vinny, I really like Vinny, but Vinny didn't have the saves working because he didn't save the folder in the right directory. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like everybody else, sometimes has to come to us for questions. You know what I mean? It's just the same thing. You know what I mean? They people are only human, so things are going to be missed, and But the slot machines work. Download the first slice and try for yourself. You have to use. You have to press the use key on the coin slot, and then you can use the slot machine.
Yep.
Sorry, Brandon.
Yeah, one thing. No, I'm sorry. I kept thinking you were done. My bad. One thing we noticed internally for sure is that targeting usable items is very particular compared to other games. So that's something we talked about ironing out and smoothing out and making a little more easier. Because sometimes people rush up and try to click on something, they don't aim exactly at it, and it doesn't work, and they just walk away.
Yep.
Which probably what happened with G-Man.
Yeah. And, with all affection towards Vinny, I mean, Vinny has never met a set of instructions he didn't immediately discard.
What's that?
I said, with all love to Vinny, Vinny has never met a set of instructions he didn't immediately ignore. Oh. That's kind of part of the charm with Vinny.
And hey,
it's also fair in a way because things should be
watching him play. So.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's kind of fair in a way too because it just showcases stuff that should be ironed out anyway and should be what's the word?
Prioritized.
I'm closing in on 40, guys, so I'm.
It's all good.
I can't think of words. Not innovative. What's the word I'm thinking of? Starts with I. It should be You should automatically
intuitive. It should be intuitive.
Naturally do it. Intuitive. Thank you.
Yeah.
They say that's a vitamin B deficiency. I must be missing a lot of vitamin B when you can't think of the right words.
Well, I take a multivitamin every morning, and I still can't remember shit.
Why is Duke Nukem being credited? Because he was always in the credits.
Yeah,
he was always in the photo shots of the Duke team on Duke Nukem 3D on the back of the case and stuff. He was always part of the team. He's working with us.
He's credited.
Sure.
Yep.
Please let Duke eat too much out of the vending machine, get a tummy ache. Yeah, we're gonna implement the breakdowns first person vomiting. That's gonna be in the next release. God, breakdown. Y'all ever played that one? That's a good one. It's a weird hybrid of FPS and fighting game by the Tekken developers.
Okay.
For Xbox. It's so weird, but. There's a part in the beginning of the game where you eat a burger and then you immediately throw up in first person, and it's just like, okay,
Wow.
yeah, you could just do that, I guess, back then.
Okay.
The RPG should be overhauled to look like the 2002 version. That'd be like if we got like the people necessary and like got the resources to like revisit weapon models. That'd be really cool if we could do that.
Yeah.
The RPG should be overhauled to look like the 2002 version. You know, there's a lot of differences between 2001 and 2002. I wonder if we ever get a hold of that stuff, or even if we made alternates like he suggests, like have an option to switch between the two, and people can use whatever they want.
Well, it's just a
I don't know.
matter of like just more detail, right? Like I think that's something like if we got the people, we could absolutely pull that off.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Oh, cool.
there's more
I don't know what the
geometry.
2002 RPG looks like, so I assumed it was like a different
It's very
design or
similar,
something.
to be honest with you. My
He
guess is,
just-
honestly, it is the model they ended up using after they replaced the Quake 2 models.
Yeah,
Because remember, we have a lot of Quake models
Mm.
still.
that's true. Yeah, he just posted in No Mike the 2002 RPG.
The glove style is something we could offer an option for. And honestly, I'm still pulling for an option for blue pants too.
Yep, no, we talked
I'm
about
team
that,
blue
and
pants.
I will say that Joe has the files for Blue Pants Duke, so
Cool.
it is
Cool.
definitely a thing. Also, we also have all kinds of like skin variants for multiplayer for Duke as well, where you can put them in different tank tops.
Lots.
Lots.
So many.
And we're going to get as many as possible then.
Yep.
We've even been playing around with a Commando Graves skin.
Yep. We're having a lot of fun. Bald Duke. Old school pink Duke. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Duke
I was
Nukem
thinking about
1
it. If someone
Duke,
made
yeah.
an alternate skin with like no sunglasses and pink shirt and with a collar. That shirt had a collar, eh? It wasn't even like a muscle shirt, or like it was like it looked like the sleeves were torn off almost. Like it went over your shoulders, and it'd be cool to have that.
Yeah.
Or from Duke Nukem 2, the metal bands around his biceps or whatever.
Oh yeah. Killthat says like, yeah, skeletal view model animation implemented first before any weapons are replaced, so that's an ongoing thing for sure.
Oh, and that's a thing though. We have that.
Yeah. It's a matter of implementing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Question from the planned leak version of Hollywood Holocaust. Where was it intended to fit in the original story? How did the dream sequence nature of it factor in? Was Duke knocked out during the ambush? Slick Willie was something else. The way I read it is that Duke is knocked out by the alien ship firing after the EDF base. Like he's just like blown clear of the EDF base and gets knocked the hell out. And then he wakes up in like some weird area. If I remember correctly, yeah, I think it's right after the EDF base is when the dream sequence is. So that's how I always assumed that's how it went.
What is happening?
I mean, if we're doing secret weapons, we gotta get the 07 pistols in there. That is my demand, because those pistols are so weird looking.
I'd like to see all kinds of mods and mod packs to do different, because this is what we used to do back in like late 90s, early aughts.
Oh yeah,
download mod packs for weapon replacements. I mean,
yeah.
Valve and Gearbox did that themselves with the HD pack for Opposing Force, Half-Life, and Blue Shift.
I spent so much of the early 2000s on HL Improvement, and they had like an active scene making like
yes, I was on the forums.
Yeah, weaponry skins and like just incredibly intricate weaponry skins, like reload animations. Like all those people eventually got like hired by DICE or whatever. Last I checked.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that community.
They're still around, I think. Did they ever actually finish that mod? Like putting in all that the PS2 assets?
I don't know.
So I remember that was like
it got pretty far along.
Yeah. Yeah, Ambient Impact. Yeah.
Yeah, that does look like a good RPG.
It's not going to be the right size quite.
I can't stand that pulse rifle. Teach
Pulse
their
rifle
own,
is
though.
just so it's just a pulse rifle. There's nothing exciting about it. Oh. It does look like the gun Vin Diesel uses in Triple X. You're right, Kojak. Maybe that's why I love it. Because like, Triple X is like a weird
That pistol?
the 07 pistol. Yeah.
Hmm.
I know Doom's got a gravity gun that wasn't implemented. Is there any physics control in DF 2001 that isn't implemented? We have a quote unquote physics.
Yeah.
Like there is like a rudimentary physics system that's actually pretty impressive for the time, but it's like not like Havoc or something.
It's like barely real. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to take off 16 of the width.
I gotta look up that pistol. What was it?
It's at 96. Oh, no.
I only saw Triple X once when it came out, so I don't remember what it looks like at all.
Okay. I'm looking on IMFDB right now. This is what it looks like. I'm posting it no mic.
Speaking of, was Return of Xander Cage any good? Did anyone watch that?
Nah. Yeah,
That's a
the
shame.
concept art for the Desert Eagle, the 07 Desert Eagles are cool.
The barrel is really odd. Like it just kind of makes it look futuristic, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense.
Which I think is even cooler if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No, it looks interesting for sure.
Excuse me.
Bash the Stampede's gun, yeah.
Oh, that
I mean,
reminds me. There's a new Trigun series.
Yeah.
My buddy was talking to me about it. He was trying to get me to watch it. I haven't been able to just yet, but I definitely want to. He said it was pretty damn good.
I used to watch. I remember I watched all of Trigun in like a week when I was a teenager. I was like, this is amazing. Love and peace.
Okay, so now you can see all this
Mr.
fire will be
Paz.
put out, obviously. But now you can go through here, and so this will be the theater room. I just got to place it still, but I got this hallway to finally work.
Hell yeah.
Add this little notch here, but now, so all of this is now.
That's awesome.
Whoop! This room needs to be moved over apparently. Well, that secret also wasn't originally there, so I'll have to tweak that a little bit. Oh, looks like it's down.
No, they're asking what year Forever canonically takes place in. I'm pretty sure, like it's 3 years after Duke 3D. I'm pretty sure Duke 3D takes place in the future, like not in 1996.
1998.
98? That close?
Yep.
I thought there was a calendar in the game that said 2007 or something. But
Yeah,
maybe I'm thinking of. Maybe
there's
that's the
all
high
kinds of
resolution
weird
pack or
stuff
something.
though too, because Duke 2 takes place in 1998 and Duke 3D takes place immediately afterwards.
Oh.
It is 98 in Duke 2?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. And on top of that, they call it Neo LA in Duke 2, and then they don't call that in Duke 3D, which always weirded me out.
But there's also time travel shenanigans too, which
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the time travel in Duke 1, he goes to the future to fight Proton, but then he comes back. So, I assumed before I beat all 3 episodes of Duke Nukem 1 that he goes into the future after Proton and then just stays there, and that's why Duke Nukem 2 is in the future. But apparently not.
Sounds like Babylon ID. It sounds like a Babylon AD, another Vin Diesel movie. Maybe we should just get Vin Diesel play Duke Nukem in the Duke Nukem movie. That'd be good. I bet Vin Diesel played Duke 3D. I'd put money on that.
Yeah, I'm sure he has.
That guy is a gigantic buff nerd. I love him.
Yeah, wasn't he like doing like
D&D stuff?
MMOs and stuff like that too? Yeah.
Yeah. I know he showed up on
I
Critical
didn't
Role
hear
at
that.
some point. Yeah. Lava Cake in No Mike says, I know y'all probably have answered this a million times or not, but how do you guys plan on finishing this story-wise? Well, you all have the same story idea as DM 2011. There's a story for 2001 out, and I just never knew. We have a story team.
It's a
And we're
complicated
sticking.
question though, because like
Yeah,
the
it is.
answer is like there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
We've like basing a lot of the story we built off of exploring the maps. So
Yep.
there's a lot of information if you just dig through the maps. To be honest with you,
Like there's a
um,
huge info dump in one of those EDF maps where it explains everything.
right?
There's probably a few ways to interpret them too, but at least it's referenced. That's the
Yeah,
main thing is whatever information is available, we're incorporating. Like
Yeah.
for sure.
for this era of version of the game, because the story did keep changing every couple of years.
And
Yeah.
then whatever
But
isn't really accessible to us, we're kind of filling in the blanks for.
yeah, there's nothing really else we can do unless we get more, leaks. Maybe if there's more material, more documents that were laid out or something.
Yep.
I don't think there was though. I think George went on record saying there wasn't really a story. They were just building maps, and the story was they were leaving till later, and just kind of doing like, well, what if we did this? And yeah, that could be part of the story, and it wasn't really like a design document.
Yeah, because like DF never had a design document. That was like one of his main issues.
Well, a lot of games that time didn't either. Like that was around the turning point when that started to happen. Like Half-Life didn't have a design document, did it? Like that changed a lot over a few years.
Well,
That
like
it was.
Half-Life did have a design doc, and then at one point they realized that the game sucked, and they made like the Cabal system, and I guess all the Cabals have their own separate docs because Mark Laidlaw wrote a lot of those docs. Yeah.
Yes, they yeah, and that's
Yeah.
right too, because he's an actual like professional
Science
writer,
fiction writer.
right? So
Oh yeah. I've read one of his books before, Dad's Nuke. It's really weird and wild. It's yeah. That if you want a weird, funny post-apocalyptic, like nihilistic book, Dad's Nuke is really good. I'm assuming you just had to keep checking the console for the dial traces. It wasn't all voice. More than that,
Yeah,
there's
so
definitely
like there's literal like tags and stuff like that.
yeah,
So there's events and triggers and stuff like that that are set up that are also like partially complete. And so
yeah,
we've looked at a lot of that stuff to build it, along
sure.
with coming up with stuff that is unique to us to fill in the blanks.
Gilthad just realized that Duke Nukem is Vash Stampede. Sure, I'll buy it. Yellow spiky hair, red and black outfit, wears sunglasses, seemingly invincible. Yep, all right. You got him. Can't imagine they thought much beyond replace Proton's big red bug guys with these red bug head crabs. I mean, there's way more than that done. Like they had an idea that was like really cool here, and like Proton was still in the game. Like the Proton is still like in our story, and it was in their story too.
Yeah.
Is Dylan's the say the role by yourself guy? Or is that Captain Cole? That's probably a different guy, I imagine.
Yeah, I think
That's
it's just a random EDF soldier.
Yeah.
Captain Cole, is technically, I believe, an original character.
Yeah. Well, we don't really know what the ant guys how like they serve because like the original '97 plot was like there's gonna be multiple alien races coming to like kick Duke's ass.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, that's right. Sheldon Picotti is also a novel writer, isn't he? I read the back of one of his novels once, and it seemed a bit. I don't know. Something about it was giving me weird vibes. I was like, I don't know if I want to read this, but I still respect the hell out of that guy. Yeah, the ants were genetically modified soldiers. Yeah, like wasn't there an element of like they were also like dead soldiers that you were experimenting on or something? Yeah, the sequence where you shoot the missile at the mothership is really really rad. I can't wait to see what we do there. Well, that's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you need more people for your story team? I think our story team is pretty stacked at this point.
Yeah. No, we're not. We're
Yeah.
not going to be recruiting for our story team.
Do we want to talk about the places where we are planning on recruiting though?
Sure.
Okay, so we kind of had our first big meeting on the first Saturday of the year, and we kind of came to the realization that the places where we need to hire the most people, when I say hire, I mean like, it's a volunteer role. You're not making any money here. Is that we are specifically looking for animators and sound engineers and maybe one or two more level designers. So if you have those skills, come to our Discord, show us what you got, and we'd love to fill those gaps. And you can work on Duke. You can be part of history.
I would say one more level designer.
One more level designer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe.
But definitely animators and sound designers. That's
Yeah.
definitely what we need the most.
100%.
Are Snatchers a proton experiment or a cycloid species? Neither. They're a separate alien force that I think Proton got onto a ship, if I remember correctly, like in the big info dump. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong on that. I mean, the last time I played the EDF base maps was May, so my memory could be spotty on that.
I don't think they included all the lighting.
All good, Tad. Glad that you're here, though.
Getting there.
We're doing a stream on Twitch. We do a kind of weekly dev stream. I'll link you in the no mic. There you go. Which map was it? It's one of the ones where you're it's before you launch the missile, but not long before, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the specific map. I apologize. So no one in the audience has any questions. I'm still checking every now and then. Again, if you have questions you want to ask us directly, raise your hand. I'll invite you onto the stage. Jazz Jackrabbit Restoration Project. I mean, I'd love a new Jazz Jackrabbit game, I was thinking the other day that I'd love a reboot of Commander Keen, the style of a Ratchet and Clank game, but with that Keen that funny kid friendly style, but without being edgy about it. I want a sincere fun Keen, how Tom Hall did. And then yeah, I'd love a Jazz Jackrabbit in the same way, just a really fun action 3D platformer. That'd be fun, or even a 2D platformer. Look at Freedom Planet, that. That's a great basis for a 2D game. Will infodumps be like terminals in Marathon New Doom? No, when I say infodump, I mean there's literally a room in the EDF base where a bunch of screens activate and they just do a PowerPoint at you.
You guys aren't hearing my phone continually ding off, are you?
No.
Nope.
Okay, good. That means my AI audio filter on my mic is working.
Nice.
Nice.
It's really loud here.
Yeah. Regarding the official account has been funny posting memes. No comment.
No
I
comment
don't know
on
anything
what?
about that. Someone just says, "Oh, I see the official account's been pretty funny posting memes," and I'm just over here like
Oh.
disappearing into the background. Hey, you gotta get that engagement up somehow. Whatever
Somehow.
happened to some of those driving sections from the footage? Those are going to that's going to be in later on, like the bike stuff. Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, copying stuff isn't perfect.
Blue Roof of Death. That's pretty good. Yeah, but like if you play the leak, like the bike maps do totally work because there's not a whole lot to do.
Actually, that is going to be removed. It's not going to work like that anymore.
Why the Shrek textures are still on the files? The Shrek textures should not be there.
The mesh isn't there. I didn't realize there were textures in there.
Okay. Some weird password puzzle.
It'll get removed.
Yeah. I think the best real successor Commander Keen is a Hat in Time, which is to Mario Sunshine and Galaxy. What Keen was to Famicom and Super Famicom Mario. Hat Girl even has her own bean with bacon like a rocket. So TARDIS. Yeah, I should play Hat in Time. I have that. I should really check
Oh,
it
that's a
out.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
And time's really good.
I saw G-Man's video on DNF 2001 restoration project. Has there been any changes made or considered based on this feedback? I mean, the video was Saturday, or sorry, it was Sunday. Is Tuesday. Like we're still getting things started. But yes, we plan on addressing feedback from not just him, but everyone who's given us feedback. Only just feedback from me. Should make it more better. That's my feedback. What if it was good instead?
Oof. Bars.
What if you push the good button instead of the bad button?
Oof. No, but we really do try to take all
For sure,
feedback into
yeah.
consideration.
We have a
As far as
feedback
G-Man's
channel.
video goes, we kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. There were some things he just wasn't quite informed of, and this is not necessarily his fault. It's just kind of how the way things go. But yeah, some of the feedback that he gave, we definitely will be taking into consideration. Some of it was things that has already been brought up by the community, and so we were already kind of aware of it.
Yeah. Lava Cake, how much leak is playable?
Well, you can honestly, you can check it out.
Yeah, it's
If
in the
you
first slice.
download the first slice, it has all of the it has all of that available. It has all of the original leak available.
It should be.
Yep.
Yeah, it's in a
Yeah.
subdirectory.
Well, it's in the main menu even.
Even better.
Yep.
Yeah. Change I'd like to see is making Balls of Steel playable in Hollywood Holocaust. I was hated how every version of level 2.5D doesn't have playable arcades. Not even Duke 3D Alien Armageddon, nor Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3 Cameo and Brutal Doom ED.
Yes, I would like to be
comment.
doing. Yes, I would like to do
Yeah.
that. It will most likely be done.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is.
What would be the next name for the second demo be?
That
We
was
haven't thought.
so. The next demo will be all of episode 1.
Yeah, that'll be. Our shareware releasing is the title we're going with,
Yep.
or we're throwing around. Yeah,
But that is some time off
yeah, for sure.
to be announced.
Yes.
We're not saying when it's done.
No,
So
it's
relax.
to be announced. To be announced. Jubarda says, can't remember the reason Jimo didn't cover Hat in Time. There's anything. The reason they didn't cover Hat in Time was because of the presence of someone who at the time was saying some rather odious shit. That's probably the reason why. I think they've since been removed. I can't remember. I thought episode 1 was the Lady Killer, or was it just Las Vegas? Episode 1 is the Lady Killer up to past the Slick Willie, I believe.
Yep.
Like getting out of Las Vegas.
Stratosphere, up to
Stratosphere.
Stratosphere.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hi, Picasso. The only feedback I've released of the save system DNF for projects of the save system is odd. How continues to take you right back to your last quick save. I don't know if that's a UE thing or not. That's a known issue we're planning to address because yeah, it doesn't really make sense for continue to not load your like last possible save. I mean, that's something we need to investigate. How many episodes in total are planned? We'll see.
Yeah. I believe it's 5.
Yeah.
What if this is only group? Like, oh, maybe the door.
What would happen if 2003 build gets leaked? We ransack it for assets, and probably some other team finishes it. We will probably have our own things going on at that point. We'll probably be focusing on our own stuff. What is the length for each episode going to be? We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's still like we're still planning out. I mean, we're not going to be talking about like how the entire structure of the game is going because we're going to be at this for a while.
Yeah.
And also, you just don't want to spoil everything, right?
I mean, it really.
And while we're all super passionate and dedicated and love what we're doing, this is a spare time thing.
For sure, yeah.
Hmm.
George said that he respects our dedication, but has he doesn't really want to be part of it or be reminded of it.
It's too painful for him, he said.
Yeah.
And I do not blame him one bit.
No.
But he likes that people are passionate about it.
Yeah. I mean, he's not trying to get us shut down, which, is honestly a big step because he did, back in the Wired article came out, he did shut down a book that was going to be written, which was unfortunate. But yeah, he's not trying to shut us down, which is nice. Lava, that's not really necessary to say. Come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's not great.
Let's be adults.
Yeah.
Goofy.
I mean, we've had other devs like who had similar reactions. They're like, hey, like like people had genuine trauma working on this. This was a very like emotional like time that like people like didn't see their families or their kids or missed events because of this thing. Like some people have very strong emotions about this and don't want to be reminded of it, and we're very respectful of that. Even devs who were just in the trenches and didn't have any notoriety assigned to them. Like we try to reach out to many people, and a lot of them, gave their support, but you know, some of them just don't want to be reminded of this bad time in their lives. Yeah.
Mistakes were made. I think everyone can agree on that. Even
Yeah.
George. Well, he
Yeah.
did. He admitted as much. So
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been 22 years. Let's just move on.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean like, start reiterating the same Randy jokes either. Because like, look, Gearbox put the damn thing out, and as people who are working on this project, that is a Herculean effort. Herculean after whatever words are my mouth is a mess right now.
It was
pretty
important
great.
for it to come out, no matter
Yeah.
how bad it was.
It was a massive effort, and they actually put it out and put it in stores, and it's a stable product. It doesn't crash. It doesn't have weird bugs in it. It works. Will the phones be implemented at all, or are they just kind of just set decorations? We're
The easy phones will
planning.
probably be implemented in
Yeah,
some manner, but the other phones are just phones.
just
They're
scenery.
just
Yeah,
decorations.
yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't think we even need a new official Duke game. I think just let the community do stuff, and that'll be fine.
Wouldn't be, I wouldn't reject it entirely, like without knowing what it is. Like if they announce, like, oh, we're bringing Duke Nukem to the open world with, it's a live service game, it's an RPG, then yeah, like it can fuck off. But say if they had said like, hey, we got this small team at Gearbox who have been following the retro shooter community and they want to try their hand at something, like that'd be cool because like there's still a
I'd
lot of
look at
people
it.
who worked at 3D Realms who work there. Like Ruben Cabrera is still there.
I'd look at
There,
it. I'd be open, but
yeah.
I'm always going to be skeptical from here on out.
No, of course. I think that's healthy. I think skepticism is healthy.
Yeah. I don't think it's needed. I'm open to it, but I don't
Yeah.
think it's needed anymore.
Yeah.
Now that we have all this and we're not being like nobody's really being shut down. Like I haven't seen so much Duke modding in the community for over a decade.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I
Like this
love
feels
what's
like,
happening right now. I want to see what everyone's doing. Like do everything.
yeah, and like
Do a
there's
2003
people,
project. Do another 2001 project. Do
yeah,
remake Duke Nukem Forever 2000 or 1996 and a new
totally,
engine and really go to town. I'm so excited to see what everyone's going to be doing.
absolutely, yeah.
Which is a far cry from back when 3D Realms held the license and shut down everything that
Oh,
people were trying
yeah.
to do.
Oh, what was that?
You're a little quiet there, Liquid.
You just get up to take a break or something?
Oh, maybe he's talking to somebody where he
Oh,
is.
did
Oh, okay.
was I not muted? I muted everywhere I
No.
could.
No, you weren't. No, we could barely hear you anyway, so thought you were talking to us for a second.
Sorry.
All good.
Hmm. Not all of this stuff is grouped, so and unfortunately a lot of it is grouped into none.
Hmm. Yeah, such an exciting time for Duke right now. Like, there's just so much activity, like not just in our space, but like, people are like going back to like eDuke 32 and stuff. I mean, like Duke Smoochum is happening. AMC is happening. Alien Armageddon, Duke Legacy, which is really cool. There's all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Duke fan.
Yeah.
Like, not only and like with ModDB and stuff like that, not like leading up to the final rounds. There were multiple Duke projects and mods and stuff
Yeah.
like that were um, also in the running. So you know what I mean. It's a very good time to be a Duke fan. Like, things are
Yeah.
good.
Folks, if you're going to accuse Gearbox of things, just make sure you're not accusing them of things they didn't actually do. Because like people were talking about like the idea that Duke was gonna have a gay robot sidekick. That was 3D Realms. That was not Gearbox. That was 3D Realms. It's like now everyone's just like we don't need to like drag Gearbox to the mud for like the 9,000th time. It's just kind of a waste of time.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk about like all the exciting stuff happening than Duke. Like, we have so much cool stuff happening. Yeah, absolutely, Crispy. I agree with that.
Hey, check this out. All right, let's
Oh?
see if this works. Hang on. Let's see if I can. Alright, these couches are missing. That's okay though.
Stand back.
Their dialogue
Mr.
works.
Mr. Paul says the game have cinematics. Is that still being like discussed if we're gonna have cinematics or not?
Probably not in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
I'm so used to this glass being kicked out because of the speedruns. Hey, look at this.
Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah, 2001 is heavily inspired by Half-Life. That is not a something to be disputed. Oh, that's weird. Forgot to draw the other blinds.
Some of the stuff needs to be moved over a little bit, it looks like still.
We now interrupt your regular broadcast. Live in front of the lady.
Is DirectX still going to be the recommended renderer, or will it be OpenGL? The
Time will
plan,
tell. It's hard to really say.
Yeah. Also, regarding things that I enjoyed from Gearbox, the Brothers in Arms games were excellent. Like all three of them are fantastic games. I cannot take that away from Gearbox. I love those games. I wish they made a fourth one. The fourth one, like they tried making that Furious 4 one, and then that became fucking Battleborn. It's so weird.
I mean, Battleborn's fun, but that's weird.
Yeah.
Battleborn also was very short-lived, so.
Very. I mean, it tried to go at Overwatch. That was a battle it was never going to win.
Well, so I don't know that it was its fault. Like, because
No,
the thing
it
is
wasn't.
that
Not really.
it like that's just
It
how
was,
the news media decided to report on it.
yeah.
But it wasn't like Overwatch in any capacity. It was more League of Legends than it was Overwatch.
Yeah. But like that, I remember their social media was like, adding them and saying like, "Come at me, bro," and it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Oh, I remember less of that, I guess.
Yeah. I do remember I messed with it briefly, and I thought like, this is like weird in an interesting way, and like it could have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if someone made like a community server of that, if like stuff like that leaked. Are you guys going to remove parental control stuffs? Actually, no. We're going to keep that in for streaming purposes.
Yeah.
In fact, probably wouldn't be we're probably just going to rename that to streamer mode, aren't we?
I don't think so. We're probably
Okay.
going to leave it as parental controls
control?
or whatever it is right now, just because this is still supposed to be the
2003. Yeah,
2003
I get
aesthetic.
you. Yeah,
So streaming isn't a thing in 2003.
I guess we could have a tooltip or something, like if you hover
Yeah.
over it.
We'll
We're
just
all just
call it
gonna run
no
into like
booby mode, okay? And then everyone will
exactly.
know
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
yeah. Boobs, lava. Like Twitch does not like 2001 s nudity. I mean, yeah, there was like Real Player and stuff. Crispy, you're right. Streaming did exist. I remember listening to I used to listen to streaming radio shows about like Quake and stuff in like the 90s. But like, yeah, streaming as is now is totally different. Is the kitchen missing or just blocked? What we're trying to do is we're trying to like merge a whole bunch of maps together. So like, yeah, a bunch of geometry is like kind of floating in space right now as we try to merge things together. Oh yeah, very very bad quality, like worse than potato quality. Comedy Central used to stream South Park episodes on Real Player, and it was like 320 by 200 at 15 frames a second if you're lucky. And I loved it.
I wonder why these couches aren't spawning in. They're here.
Unreal Player. That'd be a funny joke to put in. A Real Player joke. What kind of joke do you think could happen with Duke interacting with the parental lock? I don't know. I don't really want the game to call people a pussy for putting on parental lock if that's what you're getting at. Unregistered Hypercam 2, yeah, the OG. Hypercam is so good, how come they never made a Hypercam 3?
There are those couches back.
You should get an old British guy and choose the Q and stuff instead of Grace to ship Q ripoff. Wasn't that planned at one point? There was going to be a Q for the EDF that Duke talked to. I could have
That's
sworn that is.
speculation, yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a. Some people say that like the medical chair or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the actor class is called. Is supposed to be his seat, but I don't necessarily think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's more supposed to be like the operating table that Duke was put on when he was trying to be cloned or something like that. That makes more sense to me.
There's a character called Q in concept art. And like,
Yeah.
are you talking about getting the Balls of Steel concept art? Okay, so that. Interesting.
Duke, I'm trying to activate this.
The early opening of the double doors after you trigger the fire suppression get resolved. Is that still a thing?
What?
So when the early suppression of the early opening of the double doors after you trigger the fire suppression get is that like still an active
What do you
bug?
mean the early opening of the double doors?
At the top
so
of the
like
stairs?
yeah, where it opens before the fire is completely out.
Time
No,
to
it doesn't.
find out.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
It's like rather than triggering unlock, it triggers an open. Oh, I see you're getting it. The doors open instead of this unlocking.
Oh yeah. I think that's just because of how like it works. Like, I don't think we can unlock doors without
Okay.
without opening them.
Yeah, printer lock would work with the password. That's how they kind of used to work. I wonder when was the last game you shipped with a printer lock? It might have been Gears of War actually, because I had like a mature content filter. I mean, I guess you can make the argument that like whenever the Call of Duty games say like this has intense scenes that we're gonna do edgy atrocities and war crimes, do you want to see it? That kind of counts as like a parental control in a way. Think about it.
What was the first one? Rise of the Triad, maybe?
There's one before. I don't know if it was an FPS or not, but that might have been one of the earlier one. Yeah.
Like with an actual password and everything.
Yeah. There are parental control options after Half-Life because Gears of War has a mature content filter that you can turn off like dismemberments and stuff. Like the very first Gears.
Alrighty, guys. I am going to get up for a bit.
Okay.
Take my break now. When I come back, we will try to finish making these two parts of the map come together, which is honestly coming together pretty well here.
Yeah,
Like,
I was surprised how well.
Yeah, it's been a little hokey, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
oh, it looks like. Okay, no, it did disable that. Yeah. Yeah, because the question is though, if I do this, does it go to the next level? Whoop. No, it doesn't. Cool. Whoop. What the hell is going on?
What is? What the hell?
Now he's. Oh, nope, he's not fine.
That's so weird. Huh.
Alright.
Oh yeah, there's the Q character. It's a map tear issue in the doorway to the bathroom as well. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know what causes that. We were talking about that during our meeting.
He's got Heelys. Duke on those soaps. Hey, Gavester. We're just kind of spending our time looking at the improvements, all kinds of cool stuff, and also trying to merge a bunch of maps into one big map.
Interesting that he snatched too.
Oh, the Terminator? That's really funny.
Are all enemies just snatched by default?
Yeah. Oh, definitely did.
This pisses me off.
Man, he's a lot from.
Stream. Or,
Yep.
yeah, look.
That's a no-no. But yeah, Mr. Farrell here. He's on the He's on the Discord. He actually submitted one of the very first speed runs before we actually had speed running as an official thing. Yeah. So without further ado, here's his run.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
That's the green room. Basically a break room.
Let me just. Sorry, I guess I'll just make sure this is perfect.
Using the Matrix theme, classic.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
That's the green room.
I love how the whole UI is customizable. It reminds me of Deus Ex. That did the same thing, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The colors and everything. UI customization was all the rage back then. Even like Winamp did that. Like,
yeah,
change different colors and stuff.
I mean, remember that like the 360 had like the front plates you could customize?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament had similar menu customization as well.
Yeah, Gold and Tournament, Unreal Gold and Tournament 99 had a couple different skins for the UI. It wasn't
Yeah.
fully customizable colors like Deus Ex, but yeah, that was like the start of that, I guess. People like to personalize and customize.
Oh, totally.
Dude, the way I chatted with him and I asked him if he was assigning left click to
Holy shit.
like a mouse wheel or something, and he said nope, it's just me spazzing out on the keyboard.
Oh my god.
So that's another skip the community's been playing with, but this is the main one.
Yeah, I said this in the Discord already, but you know you've made it when you have speedrunning freaks. Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah!
What? Holy shit! Oh, that's so sick!
Stand down, Dennis. I need access to my library, and you need to get out of here.
How you been working on that? You've been labbing that esports? Awesome. That's so goddamn cool.
And also, just as kind of a fun thing, if you like watching speedrunning, AGDQ is going on right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's on Twitch, so you don't even have to go anywhere after our stream.
Nope.
And they're a 24/7 joint for the next couple days, so
Oh yeah.
I think it's next Sunday.
I love watching Super Metroid speedruns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
I like
like kind of the
watching-
one that started the whole scene, I guess, eh? Super Metroid is kind of the birth of that stuff.
Actually,
I
think
feel
it might
like-
have it might have been Quake actually, because Quake had like Quake Done Quick, and that was kind of like the birthing of speedrunning.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it.
Yeah.
But Super Metroid really lends itself well to like
Oh, yeah, totally.
finding ways, because it's so breakable, you know?
Yep,
Like,
yep.
you find so many shortcuts.
Whoa, what the hell is that?
Which part?
They're
What?
like sliding down the vents like they're made of water.
Oh, that is being crouched and kicking on the jetpack while you're crouched.
Oh wow.
And so you can see there's still like some optimization to be done here too, but
Mhm.
I mean he's got the fastest time right now, so you can't argue with it.
No, God, no.
Man, the fastest I've ever hit this door is like 4:35.
Wow.
And so this is a cool skip because you have the key card from Dennis, so you can just use it there.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Oh man, that's some
Oh
bad luck.
wow.
So he has a really fast time with some
Oh,
bad
no!
luck even.
Yeah. Like, sorry, lady, I got shit to do.
Graves here. I have good news, Duke. You won't need to run around blind in the dark anymore. Our engineers have been working on a night vision upgrade for your shades. It's being uploaded to you right now. Let us know what you think after you've had a chance to try it out.
If you don't actually answer that call and proceed to the next level, what
You
what
can.
happens?
So
So the next time you
we're
hit
still
E.
trying to find a skip for it. But basically, the second you go to place the fuse in the slot, it starts the call.
Got it.
Even if you already have it open. It's so strange. Oof. Ballsy work over the fire.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Lino. I'll say MacGyver, didn't see you there. Oh my god. Mr. Farrell just says, what a lame time to be at work.
Sorry, bud. Also, there's volume and everything else on the stream, right? A little late to be checking now, I guess, but...
Yep, there is. There is.
So this is another little bit they found. You can use the jetpack while crouched in the ground.
What?
Somehow, like...
Just go fucking Neum. Oh, this is awesome.
He did the key card from another level trick, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh wow, he's saved.
Huh.
Community eats time.
Yep.
You can't load, so... Yeah, there's still all kinds of optimization he can do in this run, so he could definitely... This is crazy.
This is so cool.
How fast it already is.
The jetpack really does it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it completely breaks the rest of the chapter.
Oh my god, just like, oh wow.
Yeah, nothing matters. Nothing matters when you have the jetpack indoors. Which means that any level indoors is probably going to have to be really thought about that afterwards. After
Yeah. Yep. I was just thinking that, we're like,
at the end.
oh wow, that's incredible.
Absolutely wild. So,
yep.
Yeah.
7:44.
We were talking, can we do 10 minutes? Can we do 9 minutes? We're already sub 8.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, it's just speedrun.com. Look up Duke Nukem. You know.
I wonder, does AGDQ allow like mods to be run? Like, do they ever do that? Or like on projects like these?
I don't know.
Because like I'd love a world where once we're finished, that like this shows up in HEDQ and like, you know, could you imagine?
That'd be pretty wild.
Yeah.
Depends on how popular it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, if something's popular enough, like people are gonna have demand for it.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna save this and let's I'll try a couple.
What have we been working on this stream? And haven't followed.
All kinds of stuff. We showed off the new model. We talked about the improvements to the editor and the game engine in general. Oh, let me turn off the extra overlay here. Oh, actually, it's needed there.
Can you show anything unreleased as a sneak peek, new multiplayer maps? We were going to show a new multiplayer map originally, but we lost the file for it.
Yeah, hey, October, were you playing in the multiplayer session?
No.
Damn.
Which map went lost?
So, Stalwart. My version of Stalwart, it somehow didn't... like, no version of it is on the multiplayer branch for some reason. It used to be, but it's not anymore.
Oh, I wish I'd asked you for that version, because like there was some stuff I wanted to check, and I forgot to ask it. If I had asked this, we would live in a different reality now.
That's so much to ask.
It's okay.
During some R&R.
That's the green room. It's basically a break room.
And it's funny, this is the route and everything else like that has like evolved a lot since even like last week or the week before when everyone was getting through. when it was really getting kicked into gear. Because like the very first run submitted had like sitting through part of the interview.
Incredible. Oh yeah, that's right. Nintendo DMCA is like anything. If you like show off fan projects, they're so like shitty about that. That's right, Gapester. You're right.
I even remember that time when Valve had some Steam Deck promo images that showed Switch emulator in the
Yeah.
UI.
I sure do.
That's so funny.
God.
Man.
Extra funny because there was a rumor that like, they were working on a Switch game at one point, like a what was it? They were going to do like a Half-Life like turn-based strategy game or something.
Forgot all about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
that makes it
remember that.
extra funny. It's like they were going to do that when they were partners like a couple years ago.
Well, and they did release the Portal Companion Edition or whatever on Switch. Portal 1 and 2. Just recently, which is pretty cool. It runs pretty well too. So I guess.
Yeah. I wonder where they're going to release like Half-Life 2 for that thing.
Theoretically,
I think the whole thing was spearheaded by NVIDIA and not Valve, and Valve just kind of authorized it. But so if NVIDIA's up for it, I guess, because they were originally made for NVIDIA's Shield or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're not aware of this, some people managed to load actual Half-Life 2 files on that specific version on the Switch, and the game basically runs.
Oh yeah, well that makes all sense. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Messed up enough in the beginning there to completely lose all of my.
Crazy idea, but what if Bombshell dies? Well, then we all go to her funeral, I guess.
Yeah.
Press F to pay respects, you know?
Which Rambo was it where like Rambo's at Troutman's funeral? Was that Rambo 2? Press E to piss on grave. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Rude. I don't know. Obviously I'm not like saying that anything's set in stone or anything, but I'd like Bombshell to be alive because we got some interesting ideas with her. Not in terms of like another game, but in terms of like where we want her to be at the end of the game. Or at least we've like thrown around some interesting ideas. Again, nothing set in stone.
There's a lot of ways we could go for sure. A lot of cool ideas have been suggested, yeah.
She cannot die before the escort mission, you know?
Exactly. Bagheera says, say I noticed an invisible creature sitting somewhere on the roof level. What's up with that thing? Don't worry about it. It's just vibing. Cool.
It's a friend.
Yep.
It's a friend-shaped creature.
Exactly. If you look in the sky, you will see a friend.
At first I was worried about, like, you know, I'm a developer and how's it going to be if I'm speedrunning the 2 with these people. But no, everybody else is way better than me at this point, so it's perfect. Damn.
Like, that's the secret of game developers. Is that like people assume like, oh, game developers are like super good at the games. It's like, no, they're like okay at it, but then like the real freaks come on and they're like, yo, check this out.
So much to ask during some R&R.
Had to restart the entire thing because I accidentally triggered the call.
That's the great thing about a game is that you create this environment that you don't have mastery over. It's a challenge.
Yeah, that's the other funny thing
be
too.
A challenge.
Yeah, because it's just like, you know, we made the shrink secret and like the vents to be like the speedrunning tactic. The shrink secret is not fast in comparison to what they ended up finding to break it. You know.
Yeah.
We thought in our heads of like all these neat shortcuts, but then, you know, oops, I let everybody walk on the rooftops and rooftop, and you can really break the game afterwards.
Yep. Wait, the GigaLeak files are only 2 terabytes? Wow, okay. I should...
The giggly one?
Gabe was saying, like, they still have all the Nintendo GigaLeak files, all 2 terabytes. I'm like, oh, I could...
Oh, those.
No, that's not all.
That's not a lot. In the Build Engine DNF 2013, there was a great joke where it seems to do the thing where Duke is presumed dead, like the end of DNF 2011. People appearing to attend his funeral. Then it showed Duke himself among the mourners before showing the memorial, revealing it was a funeral for the Donkey the Prospector like Duke ride. What kind of shit ending is that? What's the punchline? Yeah, that was a great ending, actually. You know what? That mod, the expansion pack they did with that really huge stadium recreation, I really liked the way they did stadium in that mod. Like, it was like a 40-minute map, and it was so epic. Like, in the sincere way of using that word.
Oh.
A stogie and a babe. Is that so much to ask during some R&R?
Oh, it appeared in Alien Armageddon. Yeah, I need to check Alien Armageddon out. I'm getting back into playing Duke 3D. I was playing some over the winter break. I played a map by Zykov Eddie that was a version of Minecraft in Duke 3D that was actually really cool. I crafted a pipe bomb. It was so funny. It was like a 15-minute little map. And it was really cute. I know I've shouted this out before, but AMC Squad is also a really awesome mod. I mean, that's basically a standalone game. That's a really awesome thing. Lino, you like Shadow the Hedgehog? That's incredible.
It's a choice.
Yeah. I have a friend who really likes Shadow the Hedgehog. She just did a video essay on it, and now she's doing a video essay on Duke Nukem. My friend Juliet.
That was a really good jump.
Oh yeah. Does the bike work in multiplayer? Wasn't that? Didn't y'all try testing that?
Bikes and multiplayer?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool if we got it working though. We could do some really silly shit with that, like bike duels.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we can get it to work, we definitely want to because we have some ideas ourselves. Yeah, it'd be fun.
You can recreate. Oh God, what movie was it? Was it? What was the Fast and Furious with bikes? What was that? Torque. There's a scene in Torque where they literally do like a horse jousting scene, but they're on motorcycles, and it's so goddamn funny. I'm not sure there's a video for setting up the how to set Duke 3D Reloaded. I never got it working personally.
Stand down, Dennis.
I'd love to see motorbikes in multiplayer modes just to see people ramming into each other and exploding.
Yep, absolutely.
And you need to get out of here.
Oh, if we had a mode where it was like chainsaws and motorbikes, oh, that'd be so sick.
Do full
It'd be like
throttle.
custom chainsaws, but yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a lot of fun.
I mean, that's why Laura Kate Dale does like Shadow the Hedgehog. Laura Kate Dale's really cool. She's a really cool person.
Much better.
Oh,
Oh, no! The shotguns. Every time.
Shotgun diff.
Ron Perlman skin for Duke. I'm down for that. Oh God! Imagine Ron Perlman Duke, like that, all that leathery skin, and oh,
I could do
Ooh.
Ron Perlman Duke. I could see that.
I could do Ron Perlman Duke.
Hey, at least you know why he catches on fire now.
Yep.
Ron Perlman's face looks like a thumb.
I know, it's great.
So bizarre. Such a strange. I mean, you got a unique face, so you can pick him out of any lineup, which works for being a celebrity.
Yeah. And he's got such a voice on him too.
Yeah.
Go on ahead, Mr.
What's a movie he's really good in is City of Lost Children from 1995. It was a French sci-fi movie. He's fantastic in that. He never says a word. He's just this weird, huge guy in like overalls. Everyone's speaking French around him. He looks very confused. It's so good. I'd like to be able to spawn the motorcycle as one of the cheats in DN 2001 restoration project, especially because I'm having a hard time trying to find the secret bike in the street level. I mean, keep in mind the street level isn't finished.
So I can show everybody where exactly it is, but it is past the second footbridge, just past the second footbridge, over the street.
You guys mind if I post that shot of the new Duke model from the leader's chat in the no mic? Someone's asking to see it.
Yeah, sure. Oh shit! Come on. All of that goodwill I had in the very beginning there, it's lost. There we go. 5 seconds. Ugh. See, the thing is, though, is that, like, even though I fucked up a bunch in the beginning there, like, maybe I can make up for it later on. There's, like, no reason to restart. Because the other thing is, too, is that you only get so many runs that you actually fully complete the first chapter, so you might as well just, like, keep giving it a go.
All too easy.
How do you access the test map? It is the last map in the first chapter. It's called, actually I can't remember.
Oh, you can't trust anyone.
You can't trust anyone, yeah.
You can't trust anyone.
Stand down, Dennis. Much.
Where I'll blast
I
you.
need access to my library, and you need to get out of here.
He just gave me an idea. Don't worry about it.
Okay. That scares me even more. Dennis skin for multiplayer. I thought there is a Dennis skin for multiplayer already.
Yeah, I think you can choose Dennis.
Yeah. Dennis the Menace. Dennis playable campaign. I mean, look.
No, the Herald campaign's got to come before the Dennis campaign.
Yeah, naturally. We gotta focus on like the real characters here.
Yeah.
Much better.
Metal Gear Herald.
This is a sneaking mission.
I was thinking Harold's story would be something like Honey, I Shrunk the Kid.
Honey, I Lost Our Kid.
Yeah.
Groovy.
It up. Man.
It looks tricky.
What's the record? Is it that 744?
Yeah, that's 744. I'm not even really trying to hit that 744 though, to be honest with you. My fastest time is like 9:02 or something like that. So.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah, 740 is the record right now.
During some R&R.
That's
So yeah, and again, all the tools to do this, like the little graphic that has Duke on it, that has the times and everything else. All that software is available on the website. The recording software to get it all and how to set it up is on the website. Everything you could need, all the rules and everything else like that, all accessible.
The funniest part about everyone being like, "Oh, we should do like a Hailed campaign, Ada campaign," and then we're like, "Duke Ed is right over here, friend. Here's all our tools." Friends messaging me being like, "What if Duke Nukem was a girl?" I'm like, "Duke Ed is right there. Go for it."
What if Bombshell was a man?
What if?
Then he'd be serious
I can
Sam, I
already
guess.
see the I can already see the forum posts.
Yep.
White shirt, blue pants. It's pretty much serious Sam.
Duke Ed startup jingle should be in the editor folder, I believe. It should be under system editor res, and then DE startup.
There's a closing jingle too that's different, right? It kind of goes back down the scale.
Yeah.
That was clever.
If Duke met his Rule 63 self, would he fuck himself? That's a question only you can know the answer to. I can't answer that for you. I don't have the right.
Yeah, this is actually a afternoon stream and not a midnight stream. So to
only Tuesday.
Confined with FCC guidelines, we can't talk about topics like that before 11 o'clock. I think it is. So.
The words "head cannon" come to mind.
Yeah. Oh, it's 9 at night for me. Well, it's not for me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that does make me think about finding some way to make some kind of joke about how Duke learned all of his sex tips from Joan, but it's already too much. Nope.
At some point, we will have to answer the question: does Duke actually know what sex is?
Do we have to answer that?
Or duty, damn it. Sorry. We signed up for this.
But he won't tell you.
That's a good one.
That was almost bad.
Too easy.
Oh, yeah, that almost.
Fair point, Gabe's.
Yep. I'm just imagining the meme about, Duke seeing the road work ahead sign says, "Road work ahead? I sure hope it does."
Damn it.
You cannot. Well, I don't know if you can run a PS1 ROM from PCSX2. You probably would be better off with like DuckStation.
Yeah. I think it will work, but it's just kind of a more of a question of why.
That reminds me, my SD card from Mister should be getting here soon. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
1 terabyte
I,
micro SD card. It's cost so
On
much.
Christmas Eve, I bought myself a replacement box for Klingon Honor Guard that I used to
saw!
own years ago and lost.
Yeah, I
It
saw
just
that
came
on
in
your
yesterday. Really excited to have that on my shelf again. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
also the other day I bought Dark Forces,
Nice!
which is another one I lost. So I can't wait till that gets here too. Decent
wish
prices too.
Yeah, I wish I had the money to like rebuy the collection of boxes and games I used to have. Because like when I was a kid, I had like a wall full of game boxes on display, and then
I have
moved,
a lot, man.
Yeah, we moved one day or one year, and all of a sudden, all my boxes are gone. And like my mom had said like a month beforehand, like I don't like that you have all those boxes out. It's a waste of space.
No.
And she tossed
That
them
hurts.
all.
It hurts. It hurts.
I know, and I'm like, I kept the discs. Obviously, like, she didn't toss the discs. Like she knew that, but she tossed the boxes, and like, I just remember being so upset with her. It's like, how could you do that?
My mom didn't throw out my boxes, but she recommended I throw out, and what I ended up doing for a couple of them was cutting the front flaps off and just keeping that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I kept most of them, but in a move halfway across the country back in 2004, a whole box of my boxes went missing, and I had a lot, man. I had 2 copies, complete copies of Link's Awakening for Game Boy, and I still have both cartridges. If I still had those boxes, I could make a killing on one of them.
Oh man.
I do have 2 boxes for Metroid 2, but I only have 1 cartridge.
Oh dang.
Oh man.
So it's kind of
That's
the
some
opposite.
real bad
problem.
luck, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks though too, because Metroid 2, man, that one is so worth that one is so worth having on the Game Boy. That's definitely
Yeah, I do have the cartridge, but I have 2 boxes because why do I have 2 boxes again? Oh yeah, I had the original box that I got when I was a kid and lost the cartridge, so I bought a replacement about 12 years ago from a friend online for cheap, and so now I have 2 boxes but only 1 cartridge.
Yeah, when
I had Ocarina of Time, I had Turok 2, GoldenEye, all of those gone.
God damn.
The Half-Life boxes, the big ones, the expansion with the expansions, those go for like so much now.
I had a Daikatana strategy guide that goes for like $200 now.
Oh, this is even worse. I found in impeccable quality in a Value Village thrift store for $3 each. Duke Nukem 3 Atomic Edition, Duke Zone, and Duke Extreme.
What?
I bought them. I kept them for a couple years, and then right around when The Force Awakens came out, I started getting into investing in custom homemade lightsaber hilts, which is very expensive. And I said, this is going to be my new thing. This is going to be my new hobby. So I sold a whole bunch of my games, including those 3. I feel especially stupid about that.
Oh, man.
Also, Duke Nukem 3D, the original release in boxes, another one of the boxes I lost from the move.
Geez.
So all my Duke stuff is gone.
Oh, no. All my Duke stolen.
That sucks.
I think the game I'm the most upset about losing is I had a complete inbox first run print of No One Lives Forever with everything, including the soundtrack.
Oh.
And to this day.
Is it a big box or a small box?
A huge box.
No, nice.
Yeah, because it was turn of the century, right? They hadn't like done like the tiny boxes yet. Now I'd still have my Nolf 2 box complete in box, but like, yeah, I
I found jewel case versions of No One Lives Forever 1 and 2 in thrift stores, and then I
Whoa!
managed to.
What in the hell happened there?
I managed to track down someone who had a small box for No One Lives Forever 1 without a game, so I just kind of put the two together, but that's all I have for that. Small boxes.
Wow. Fumbled that real bad. Oh, man.
What else I used to have? Unreal Tournament 99.
Oh, I never had that in box. I got that with so my dad bought an Odyssey 2 around 2001. And I don't know if you remember how incredible creative software bundles were, but that came with UT, Deus Ex, Thief 2, and MDK 2. Like, bangers, all of them. And I remember like, hey, Dad, real great that you got that card. I'm going to take all this software if you don't mind. He was like, sure, okay. It's like, that's why I played Deus Ex for the first time, is through a sound card bundle.
Oh, yeah.
I got how I got Half-Life 2 actually was with a bundle with an ATI All-in-Wonder 9800 Pro video card.
Oh, yeah.
With the capture and everything.
Yep.
And it also came with Half-Life 2, but it also came with Morrowind.
Yes.
Special ATI version and another game. What else came? I think it was I can't remember what the other one was.
A special ATI version.
Yeah, well, it has an ATI logo and on the disc. You know, I don't know. I guess it was just the bundle. I don't think there's any real difference. Originally, I thought it added a new shader for the water effects, but later I realized that's no different from the actual release.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really fumbling this.
No, you can do it, Duke.
Dude.
Are you jumping too early, or?
Yeah, just a hair too early.
Really got to nail that. That's the worst part of first-person platforming, to nail. And every game is different.
Yep.
To where that point is.
All right, you need to implement wall running for this, clearly.
Yeah, right.
We're removing all of Duke's movement, redoing it. It's going to play the Titanfall 2 now.
Yeah, it'd be pretty fun.
Honestly, that'd be really fucking sick.
Not very Duke, but pretty fun.
That would just be turbo overkill at that point.
Yeah. That game is so good.
I meant to pick it up at the sale, and I just completely forgot about it. Like, I got busy doing so many other things.
Same. But I'm not in a rush to get games or not, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What famous
game?
Sorry.
I mean, we had Sulaco follow us today, and then Jay Tholen, who is the main person behind Hypnospace Outlaw, follows us. We have Scott Miller following us, obviously. Who else follows us? I mean, actually, no, there's like 4,000 people following us.
Yeah, I think Running with Scissors.
Yeah. Alright, let's see neutrals. Let's go through this.
Running with Scissors is Postal, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Apogee follows us. Matt. No, Matt doesn't follow.
Oh, look at that. First try.
Okay, I'm also going to try this, although I'm not... Oh, I fucked it up apparently.
Oh, Alan Blum follows us. Interesting.
Oh.
Did not know that.
Okay.
Alright.
Pulse Slinger.
I'm going to switch back to level editing.
Okay. Still, that's super cool.
Other people are way better than it than me. Check out Duke Does Quick on our Discord server. Check out speedrun.com and check out the Duke section there as well. Yeah, there are much people who will do much more impressive things than I could. So
We'll be able to save that mate at one point.
Yep.
I would love to.
Is the rooftop skip staying in or not? And by mean that, I mean the early elevator. Probably. It's probably staying in. I know that was asked a while ago. I don't know if he's actually in chat or not. He is. Yeah. It's most likely staying in.
Yeah.
Decided to use the 1998 texture. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a really good Second Life Duke right
Yeah,
there.
that's pretty fucking cursed.
A+.
That's pretty
Hang on,
fucking cursed.
I know just the emoji for this.
Boy. Okay. So start restoring this stuff here.
The jetpack probably will be unavailable, right? I mean, depending on what goes into the secret level in the final, right? Because it's not going to be Hollywood Holocaust.
Right.
Are we going to keep a secret level there at that point?
It's going to change how you access it, but yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Weren't we like throwing around ideas about like doing it like Doom 2016 style, like finding nuke buttons? That'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil how we're going to change it.
Oh no.
But yeah, we were talking about stuff like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing set in stone, just fun ideas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's no.
Do you guys have plans for other retro levels? No comment.
Yeah,
We'll
you'll see. It'll be cool.
Yeah. We promise it will be cool.
Yep.
That's what you can count on.
For damn sure. It'll be cool.
We will make sure it is cool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And again, if it's not cool, Duke it is right there.
If it's not cool enough, it's going to be cool.
Exactly. We're promising a minimum of cool here.
Baseline cool.
I'm the cool police.
Wee woo, motherfucker. Okay. So how do I...
That Junkie XL song I posted in Jukebox stuck in my head right now. Is that where the Junkie XL used to like be a musician and not just like a film composer? Does NVIDIA Remix work on FS? No, I don't think it does. I don't think I think someone may have tried it, or that might have been the RTX thing.
What was the question?
Does the NVIDIA Remix work on the first slice?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Video Remix is also quite a bit more complicated than Evolution.
Yeah. I had a moment where I was like, why do I have a Wikipedia article on Udo Kier open for a moment? It's like, oh, right, we were discussing that earlier.
Oh, on break.
Yeah. I forget how it came up. We were talking about how installers used to be really cool and stylish, and then we were talking about Command and Conquer, and then Udo Kier and Riddler 2 came up. Genius casting. Be one with Yuri.
Whether they planned on including it? Well, I mean, in the 1998 design document, I'm pretty sure it talks about the Ripper.
Yeah, they refer to it as the chain gun.
Which is fair, because it was interchangeably referred to as both.
Yeah. Ripper, chain gun cannon, Ripper cannon, etc.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of the 98 document of having like the Hollow Duke be able to be a weapon in itself. Of like, you can set it to be remotely explode and people get close to it.
I like that.
Yeah. Guys, to change all weapons to the Devastator would be pretty fun and balanced. Yeah, that's just a great idea. Well, every gun will be the Devastator. EDF have the Devastator. Liz Troopers have the Devastator. Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Yeah, just crank up that fun.
Yeah.
I see no possible negative repercussions from that.
Nope, absolutely not. Stadia improved that. Proves that the Devastator is absolutely ready for prime time. Oh god, that was fun though.
The stadium does prove that the Devastator is fun.
Yep, it does prove that.
Devastatingly so.
Think that looks right. It's just that there's no lighting down here. Oh, that looks really cool though. Look at that. Like, I know it looks really rough like there, but the way the light comes through the beams like that.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice.
Alright. Well, the map doesn't explode the second you load in. That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. Railgun takes a while to recharge. That's a deliberate change.
Well,
we're still tweaking.
It's a deliberate change, but how long it specifically is not as intended. Whoa.
Okay, that's a bug.
Holy BSP, Batman.
Oh, whoa. BSP must took a big crunch out of that map. Oh, pause. I've been broken for years. Don't worry about it. Do you plan to do some upgrades to the engine itself? Within reason.
Yeah,
like
we
we're
already
not
kind of
going to
talked
be.
about that a little bit today.
Yeah, we're not going to be adding like new state-of-the-art renderer features. We're going to be. We're trying to keep this in within like where this game shipped in 2003. Like kind of graphical aesthetic.
Something really bad happened.
Yeah, what in God's name? What in the goddamn?
It looked like you were carrying that building out in the skybox around with you.
There's got to be something that's like clipping that's like driving it nuts.
Map is returning to the skybox once it came.
No, it's not. Man, it doesn't look like anything's really wrong. Or anything should be wrong. I mean, I guess other than this big black box, huh?
Yeah, that's probably part of it.
Which I think is just the elevator not existing. Yeah, it's the elevator not existing. Okay. That's fair. One sec. Elevator and elevator shaft.
Describe Duke as a one-man wolf pack, as in like the NWO? Is Duke for life? This build includes some physics extension. Yeah, as you talked about before, we have quote-unquote physics. We have a very weird rudimentary physics system that's also very impressive for the time, but yeah, it cannot be really counted on for much. Oh, welcome, MacGyver. We like to support the Duke community with the Twitter account. We like to signal boost and all kinds of stuff. Did Scott play the build? I'm pretty sure he did. Did he? Oh.
Okay. Looks like it
Do you
didn't
know if?
copy over the elevator.
Yeah. Do you know if he played the build, Liquid? I thought you said he did, right?
Who?
Scott.
We gave him the build. I don't know if he has played it yet.
Not sure if 3 realms and playing the karma physics in Unreal 2. No, this is not karma physics. This is like trespasser physics almost. But like a little less like weird and messed up.
Oh boy.
These are going to be pretty bad underwater levels. Who knows?
What now?
We'll try to make them good if we do.
So long as there's scuba gear and not just Duke having to drink from random pipe bubbles.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What a poor mechanic.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that to this day.
You don't want him to be
I did
Sonic
not.
the Hedgehog?
No, not really.
I did not hate that level. I thought it was fun, and none of the babes.
But no joke, I did honestly feel like the Sonic the Hedgehog music was playing as I was going between bubble fountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, fuck me, dude. This all got messed up here in the middle.
The physics kind of remind me of the physics in System Shock 1, actually, in a weird way. But like in 3D, obviously. Although I guess I was 3D.
They're very similar to Shock 2 as well.
Yeah.
The only difference is the items, I think, rotate in Duke Nukem Forever. I don't believe they do that in System Shock 2.
Yeah.
Okay, BSP monster has been quelled.
Yay. Yeah, sex got some kind of physics. It has some kind of physics. It's not like, you know, Half-Life 2 physics, but it definitely has physics where like things drop off of ledges and things.
What exactly defines physics versus just animating something?
I was just thinking that actually. I think for me, what defines it is when an object responds to player input in different ways each time. That would be physics for me. Versus if it responds the exact same way every time, that would be an animation.
Like, I would think about physics in terms of, does gravity apply to objects that are thrown or something like that?
Yeah.
And I don't think Duke Nukem has, or System Shock, or even Deus Ex had like an acceleration applied to objects that you'd throw.
I don't think so either. I should try replaying Trespasser at one point. That's a very, very, very fascinating game.
I did relatively recently. Trust me, it's even more broken now.
Incredible.
It's a physics engine with an attached game.
Yep. And yet, like, that game was weirdly extremely important to the industry. Like, complete and utter commercial and critical failure, but like, it's like when a punk band plays and it plays to like a really small audience, but like everyone in the audience goes on to start their own bands, and then those bands go on to like define like the genre. Like that's how I look at Trespassers. Like they're like this really bizarre, weird, avant-garde thing that no one really liked, except for the people who liked making games, who were like, "Oh my god, you could do that!" And then like
Hey,
they
I know
just
I
ran
liked
with
it.
it. Yeah.
But it's incredible that the creator went on to create the Xbox and, well, he
Yep.
contributed Half-Life 2.
Well, I mean, like Seamus, you know, he worked at Looking Glass beforehand, right? He was on System Shock and Flight Unlimited, actually.
It was very
Funny,
competent, yeah.
funny story. I think it was last year, the year before. I used to stream old CD-ROMs from like Windows 3.1 with my friends, like a series called Interactive Entertainment. And there was a video interview with Seamus Blackley, and he had a pirate earring in the entire time, and I remember we were laughing so hard, and one of us like added him on Twitter being like, "Hey, what was up with the earring, man?" He was like, "It was cool at the time. I got my ears pierced," and then apparently told a story about like how he had a bet with like the CEO of Nvidia or something about getting their ears pierced, and then the CEO welched on the bet. It was a very weird story. It was like, this is great. I'm so glad you're telling me this.
Is that a welching, or did he just get trolled?
No, he didn't show up.
Oh.
Yeah, like Seamus was like ready to go. It was like, no, let's do this. And I forget the name of the Nvidia CEO, but like he was just like, okay, I'll do it. And then he just never showed.
Okay, so this is all properly here now. Whoop. Looks like there's a wall missing around the outside of these.
Oh, that's
But
important.
that's easily fixed.
New shortcut for the level.
New tech. We didn't finish the map. Yeah, Death Angel. You needed a BIOS for a lot of like modern emulators. Do not ask for that in here. We will not provide it to you, but you can. It's quite easy to find.
I will
if you
tell
know where to
you
look.
that I will say this: there is a wiki you can use that will be your friend and your guide.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a Trespasser restoration. There's like 7 of those, I want to say.
You cannot restore Trespasser, you need to make it anew.
Yeah. It's a game where you throw stuff, awkwardly use a gun, and die from raptors rubbing the inside of their mouth against you. Yeah, that's Trespasser. And then Mini Driver is there the entire time with you. Remember Mini Driver? What is she up to nowadays?
Actually, I'm pretty sure she's in that new Witcher prequel series or something.
Shit, you're right. She is. She's Sean Chai. I don't know who that is. That's
No
cool.
interest in watching that.
I heard it's.
I want to have
Yeah.
interest in watching it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I heard it was very poorly done.
It's starting to
Yeah.
feel like a "what are you doing to my boy" kind of thing.
I mean, wasn't there like a big like rumor that like everyone in the writers' room hated the books or something?
Which
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's
hey,
why Henry
I
Cavill
get.
left.
I've read the first like 2, and
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, he definitely has a writing style that is like her voluptuous. You know, like
Yep.
it is written in that way, but Yeah, you don't
You
have
can't.
to
You just, the
portray it
thing
that
is,
way,
if
and
there's
the
something
games don't portray
popular,
it that way. And
if there's something popular, you can't mess with what fans like. Like, stop
yeah,
changing it. Make
Yeah.
something new if you want to change it.
no
Like,
one ever likes that.
I'm not even a fan of The Witcher. I hate that.
And I think
Looking
that's what
at
they're
you,
trying to do
Duke
with their
Nukem
own
Forever
TV show
2011.
here. But the problem is that at this point, people didn't want that. They wanted what we had, and we don't want
Yeah.
like the stories of other Witchers is cool, personally, but at the same time, like
Like, I'm here for Geralt.
clearly that's not what people were interested in.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
You want to watch the Witcher Ronin or whatever? Was that any good?
Not familiar. The
That was
Yeah,
no, I don't know. Sorry.
but after 12 years, should be.
This is this. Is that what it was called? Hang on. I like Time to Kill esport. I think that's a Time to Kill is a totally serviceable 1998 action game.
I'm
Yeah.
just impressed that game had multiplayer to it, like
Yeah.
a deathmatch.
I remember playing that a lot with friends.
How many other third-person tank control games had a deathmatch multiplayer in them?
Totally. And also like really fun deathmatch. Like
Zero
lots of-
Hour did too.
That's true, that's true. What would happen to Harold lore-wise? We can do whatever we want with Harold. Harold is not bound by lore. He's not bound by your laws. He is above it
His
all.
own man.
Yep.
Harold could find the jetpack.
Yep. Harold himself could open Dukehead. He can alter his own fate.
Yep.
He's like
Harold is self-aware.
exactly. He's like Vivek in Morrowind, where like he knows that he's in a video game, and also he knows that you're using level editors. God, that entire postmodernist essay on Morrowind is probably one of my favorite things I've ever read. Blew my goddamn mind.
Harold is Skynet.
On July 4th, 1997, Harold became self-aware. Harold is Negaduke, yeah.
Harold just wanted you to think he committed suicide when he just jumped into the fire pit.
Yeah, that was him going between the code.
It was his
Okay,
back door.
Witcher Blood Origin. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah,
that's the prequel series.
Yeah. I know that one because the writer of Mandy worked on that one, and Mandy's a hell of a film. Yeah, he helped write the second episode. Apparently it's not very good though. That's a shame.
I actually just bought The Witcher 3 over the Christmas sale. I got to start playing it soon. I haven't played it yet. I've had Witcher 1 and 2 for years. I can't remember where I got them. Maybe it was a sale. But that was back when if you got them on Steam, you could
get them on GOG.
Get GOG keys for them.
Yeah, man.
So I was hoping you could do the same with 3, but I guess you can't. So oh well. I got to start that up sometime soon.
Witcher 3 is fucking incredible. Like, I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077 because I'm afraid I won't like it, and it will somehow like affect my enjoyment of Witcher 3. Because like Witcher 3 like was a game that made me like cry about how good it is, similar to like Prey 2017. Like, oh my god, that game. Beautiful. Beautiful game.
Cyberpunk nowadays seems to be like pretty solid from what I hear.
Yeah,
Like it's made
it's
a
lot
No
of fun.
Man's Sky return.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly, I played it on release, and even through the jank, like it was worth playing. Like honestly, it has
PC,
one of
right?
my favorite quests in any game.
Really?
Yeah.
On PC,
without
though,
actually
like,
spoiling what the entire quest is, you help there's a there's a robot that's controlled by an AI that loses itself, and you have to try to gather the multiple parts of its personality back together for it. It's super interesting because it controls an entire taxi network. So it just starts like really fucking with shit.
Oh god, it's that quest.
Yeah. I love that quest. It is so good. It's so good. There's a bit of fan service in it, but it's still like fun. And
Okay.
yeah.
My favorite stupid quest in that game is the one about a dick that explodes. You know
Not
the
familiar.
One? Oh really? You never found that?
No.
So, without any specific spoilers to it, whenever you're gonna travel around the city, occasionally you're gonna have this guy who just approaches you and goes like, "Oh, my dick exploded! You need to bring me to a chop shop."
Oh.
And it's voiced by Jesse Cox.
Yeah, I
which
have
is very
played that
fair.
mission. Never mind, I know what you're talking about.
I think that I'm gonna wait for the DLC to come out, see what like the responses on that, and then if like people are like, "Yo, this DLC is amazing," like they were with Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone, then I'll probably get like a pack of it and just play it then. Because I think at that point, like the game will be like 100% like ready to go, and probably like some really fun mods will be out.
Yeah, fair enough.
I would say it's it's good to get now. If you want
so?
you want something to do, yeah,
I do.
They worked on it.
They honestly
Like,
did
I
improve
bought-
it a whole lot.
I bought it on release and I never finished it on my side. But I eventually kind of kept up a bit to see how they caught up with the strong deficiencies they had. Especially considering the sales is going through, yeah.
is it
You
on sale
really
right now?
cannot go better. Wasn't it 50% off at the very least?
All right, I might. I mean, my birthday is next weekend, so maybe I'll get that like an early birthday present for myself.
Here you go. What kind of rig do you have?
I got a Ryzen 7 5600 and a 3080 Ti.
Oh, you're fine.
So I should be like more than good to go.
I ran it with RTX on high with my 3060, so you should be fine.
Did you just say Thai?
Isn't that how it's supposed to be pronounced? It's Ti because it's supposed to like titanium, right?
But the consensus is Ti.
Yes, we are
I've
the
heard it-
restoration version of the Duke movie. This is actually based off of the canonical storyline that's very well known for the Duke movie.
Yep. Major Duke Edwards, or the fuck his name is, yeah. Paul Giamatti is going to be in the restoration project. That's a promise. Was it Paul Giamatti? Who was like the actor they wanted to get? That was like, really? You wanted to get that guy? Like this really like well-known indie actor who was like beloved.
Oh, didn't quite clean up that BSP hole. In fact, I would argue that it got bigger, but that's okay. Oh, it's also actually not real? No,
Of course, it's a video
it's
game.
very real.
The BSP monster is not real, it kind of hurt you. The BSP monster as you approach it.
Stick your hand out and softly approach it. It might be your friend.
Like those critters in Prey 2017.
Exactly, yeah.
Where they're just hiding in an innocent mesh waiting for you.
Yeah, the mimics,
Yeah.
the BSP monsters, the friends you made along the way. Oh god.
I wouldn't want to think of my friends like I think of the BSP monster.
Very fair.
Depends if you're a void creature or not.
That's true. Sometimes you just leave, your flesh shell, and you just become a being of energy.
Oh,
Whom's
if
amongst
only,
us?
man.
Yeah, honestly. I literally my ex once asked me, like, we were talking about like transhumanism and shit, and she was like, "What would you get if you were like this?" Like, okay, I get an artificial back, I'd get artificial eyes, I'd get like this thing reinforced. Like I had clearly thought about it because like I was going through like pain a lot of the time, like basically just I need to stretch more. I was just like, this sucks. Let's make me into a robot instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd cyberbrain myself.
Yep.
Duke Nukem is so very disappointed in you right now.
I don't really care.
I mean, look, if Hideo Kojima is going to turn himself into AI, then like it can't be all that bad, right? That's the most like fucking Kojima thing to ever say in an interview. It's like, yeah, I'm going to live forever. Don't worry about it.
My girlfriend hates that I say that. I will live forever if I can help it, though. Yeah, it'll be expensive. I'll probably spend the rest of my life trying to do it, but
Yep.
there's just something about it that's very appealing.
Look, if I could exist in like that machine from that one Black Mirror episode and just like perpetually live in like 1999, I'd probably be okay.
Perpetually live in 1999. Yeah, not 1999.
I think it would just be cool. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think the best year in the '90s was '98.
Oh yeah, but like 99, all the 98 games are cheaper. Put it that way.
True. Fair enough.
Yep. And then you get to experience Y2K over and over again, and like all like that incredible energy.
Also, Age of Empires 2 came out in '99, so
Hell yeah. I mean, yeah, eventually you lose touch with your human soul and become a gibbering, being of just pure id. But hey, along the
We'll cross
way,
that
it'd probably
bridge
be
when we
pretty
get there.
cool. Yeah, exactly.
We could sit here and argue what makes us human anyway, so.
Yep.
Whoop. No.
Not gonna lie, I cried like a baby watching that Black Mirror episode. I remember watching it like I was watching it while my ex was sleeping next to me, and like I literally woke her up with like these sobs. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" Like I'm so happy for those two.
I've never seen that show.
There's some good episodes, and there's some like really like, what if your mom was a cell phone? How fucked up would that be? Like, yeah, like Charlie Brooker can be very, very hit and very, very miss, but What's the name of the one I'm thinking of? It was like was it Series 1 or Series 2?
So when I think of adventure games, sorry, when I think of adventure games, when I think of Black Mirror, I think of adventure games because that is a
Yeah,
series with that name.
yeah, that's right. There was that series. I remember playing some of that.
They made an adventure game.
Oh no, this is before that. It was like early 2000s. Was that? It was like a Italian game, wasn't it?
Not that I know.
Who made that? Black Mirror. Or video game 2003. Future games. Oh, they're Czech.
Same premise.
No. It was like a
Okay.
more like supernatural thing,
Okay.
like history of a family. Violence begets violence kind of thing.
Gotcha.
San Junipero. That's the episode I'm thinking of. That is a fantastic episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, it's just some weird additive space that was added. Almost.
Oh, apparently, The Last of Us TV show is doing well in reviews. 98 Rotten Tomatoes.
Awesome.
Huh.
That's good to hear. I was a little worried to hear that they were kind of mixing up some of the formula, but
Yeah. Franklin Hart showed a video game adaptation. Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey are perfect in HBO's faithful adaptation. Sprawling emotional epic. That's cool. I'm probably gonna play Last of Us the first time it comes to PC. Honestly, like
yeah,
I
same.
know of it, but like I've never actually played it.
I got it with my PS4 when I got it in 2018. And well, inside of my crazy mind, I played that game on a PS Vita. You might wonder how. Remote play.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I remember remote play.
And it was a pain in the ass because the Vita is a shit tool to actually play PS4 games with. But you know what? I did it. And that was like on grounded difficulty too, so
Hmm.
very tough.
I have my Vita. I recently got some game off the PS, like the PlayStation Store, like legit, and trying to buy something legit on that system is a complete and utter nightmare. Like it does not want you to do things legally. It is not designed for that anymore.
Was that
Like
the Vita?
yeah, I had to, so I couldn't add funds to my PlayStation account to buy a game. I had to like go out and get a gift card and punch that into the website on my computer and then buy it on the Vita that way. And it was just like, why is this so complicated?
Damn.
So, lesson learned, don't buy things legally for the Vita in 2022.
I mean, they're shutting down the store soon anyway. Oh, well, they
Yeah, that's
talked
very
about it
true.
and then they pulled it back or whatever, but it'll still
Yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah, it's only a matter of time.
Great brush. Where's the brush? I created it. Oh, there it is.
It also applies to us too, that the success of that show, because again, like the more these video game adaptations like blow up and explode, like the more chance of that Duke movie actually happening, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
Probably for worse, but it does impact us.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I just don't want it to happen?
No, absolutely
No.
not. I mean,
It's a
Like,
pretty
just leave it
rational
alone.
feeling.
yeah.
Don't do it.
I mean, I think because they have those writers on board, there's a potential for something interesting. But do I think they'll pull it off? Like, no. God, no. God, no.
It's just knowing Duke is essentially an amalgamation of action heroes from cinema.
Yeah.
To be making a movie about Duke is essentially like a feedback loop.
Okay. What if, though? What if, hear me out, what if they just did Last Action Hero again?
You know
I'd
what that
support
reminds
that
me of?
over anything.
The way what you just said there, Combat Chuck, a feedback loop. It reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean and Monkey Island, because Pirates of the Caribbean, once upon a time, was just a ride in Disneyland, and LucasArts decided to make an adventure game based on pirates, and he was inspired by Pirates of the Caribbean. Fast forward, the series is really successful. Steven Spielberg wants to make a Monkey Island movie. Doesn't end up happening, but a script is written. Fast forward again, Disney makes a Pirates of the Caribbean movie and uses portions of that script for the movie.
I had no idea.
Wild.
Yep.
Isn't that
I remember
crazy?
hearing that story. That's so, I remember like by my mind blown by that. That was like House of Mojo broke that story, right? Like back in the day.
Yeah, probably. They're LucasArts everything.
Yeah,
If anyone breaks it, they will.
absolutely.
So it's happened before.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, I didn't even know that was a thing. I really would love to see the original script, personally.
The what are we talking about, Duke?
The Monkey Island one.
The Monkey Island. Yeah, I think at least one version of it or some of it got out. I think. I don't remember.
Sounds right. Oh yeah, there's an entire plot summary on the wiki. So Scotty,
There's
there
concept art too, like
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff that
Buy Steam for
artists are
sell.
doing.
I am starting to
Mhm.
run out of steam on actually
Me too.
working here. I will. I think I'll probably stick around and chat in general or something like that and play some games. But
Yeah.
I think that for now, I guess where we're gonna call it today on today's stream. Like I said, I don't know. I'm starting to run out of steam. This is coming together, but it's gonna just take a while. And so
Yeah. No, I think we had a pretty good stream overall, though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Lots of cool stuff being shown off.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for coming out tonight. It was definitely a good one. There may be one next week. We'll stay in touch. But if nothing else, there is that multiplayer community session next week. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise,
Thanks,
keep it easy,
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah. Take it easy, everyone.
Take it easy.
Thanks.
See ya.